música aquí de fake y luego hacemos play, ¿vale? Tú cantas, ¿vale? Si nos vamos a empezar ya, yo les empezamos. Y esto es por subir arriba. ¿Listo? Vale, si me lo apago, damos el vídeo. Empezamos arriba, ¿vale? Vale, pues empezamos. Primero vídeo, Llores. 20 segundos de vídeo y luego ya con llegadas y hablando. Venga, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Vale, play. Listo, amor. Isla. Solo hacia el siguiente, arriba del delantero. No.
A vuestra casa, bienvenidos al mejor fútbol, bienvenidos a esta jornada 19, una jornada adelantada, este partido que se va a vivir aquí en Somos Mallorca, Fútbol Club Barcelona, un Barcelona que es el líder de la Liga con 34 puntos, de estos 34 puntos hay que decir que en los últimos 3 partidos, de los 9 puntos posibles que hubiera podido sumar, solo ha sumado un punto. Un Barcelona que llega, podríamos decir, en sus horas bajas. En cambio, un Mallorca que va sexto en Liga con 24 puntos, que lleva increíblemente 2 victorias consecutivas. La victoria, la primera, fue ante Las Palmas por 2-3. La segunda, nada, prácticamente hace nada que estuvimos aquí cantando esa victoria el viernes pasado ante el Valencia por 2-1. Y 2 victorias seguidas, el Mallorca, la separación del Fútbol Club Barcelona y el Mallorca solo son de 10 puntos. Ahí están, llegan los protagonistas concentrados, con ganas de jugar, con ganas de, bueno, jugar este partidazo, como dijo Yago Barrasate, que hoy se necesitará a todo el mundo al 100%, tanto a los jugadores como a la afición. Tendremos que dar todos lo máximo de nosotros. Ahí llega un hombre que vuelve después de haber descansado el último partido, que le sacaron tarjeta roja ante Las Palmas. Ahí llega el pirata, Vedat Muriqui, y detrás un hombre feliz, un hombre contento, un hombre que ha vuelto a recuperar la confianza, porque si alguna vez la había perdido, que creo que no. Y ahí está LaLiga, que había marcado otro hombre que sabe perfectamente que es marcarle al Fútbol Club Barcelona, porque la temporada pasada ya lo hizo. Y no solamente hablamos de la temporada pasada, sino que en el último partido, ese pase mágico de Sergi Darder, ese pase espectacular que terminó con el remate de cabeza de Prats, que en el minuto 80 terminó marcando 2-1 en el marcador y llevándose los 3 puntos. Bienvenidos a vuestra casa, bienvenidos al Play Live, un día muy intenso, que a todos nos gustaría estar aquí en el estadio. Seguramente que el estadio se va a llenar al completo, aunque a las 7 es una hora un poquito no muy buena por términos futbolísticos, porque hay gente que termina de trabajar, gente que mañana tiene trabajo, pero se espera que el estadio esté lleno, que ruja, ¿no? Que siga el infer. Yo soy Llorel Diego, bienvenidos. Nos espera pues una previa, un partido y un postpartido muy calentito. Vamos primero por partes, vamos con la previa, con jornada 19 adelantada por por la Supercopa de España, que se va a jugar en Arabia. Y vamos a entrar ya previa, pero antes de nada quiero saludar a mi compañero Damián. Muy buenas tardes, Damián, bienvenido. Y seguramente ya estás ahí tocando el terreno de juego. ¿Cómo está el césped? ¿Está perfecto?
Sí, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas, Jones, y muy buenas a todos los mallorquinistas. Pues el césped a la perfección, para que en menos de una hora arranque este partidazo, como dices, de la jornada 19 adelantada, porque entre semana juegan los 4 equipos que disputan la próxima Supercopa de España, y entre ellos, lógicamente, ya lo sabéis, mallorquinistas, estamos nosotros. Mañana será el turno del Real Madrid y del Athletic Club, así que una jornada, como decimos, adelantada para estos 4 equipos que disputarán el próximo mes de enero esa Supercopa de España, que tanto lógicamente nos ilusiona. Pero antes, este partido de Liga, este partidazo en el que el Mallorca pues, buscará su tercera victoria consecutiva, su cuarto triunfo aquí en su feudo, donde ha sacado 12 puntos, la mitad de los que tiene actualmente frente a los suyos. Hoy, como dices, espera una gran entrada, alrededor de las 20.000 personas. Hay que tener en cuenta que, bueno, es un día laborable, es un viernes, mañana también se trabaja, es a las 7. Aún así, una muy buena entrada la que se espera hoy para que sea el jugador número 12 para hacer frente al actual líder, que pese a venir, dice Llorens, en horas bajas, pues lógicamente no deja de ser un grandísimo equipo. Y van a intentar pues sacar un resultado positivo hoy de aquí y mantenernos en esas posiciones altas de la tabla. Yago Arrasate, que presenta un 11 con hasta 5 cambios respecto a la última victoria frente al Valencia, un 11 del Mallorca que empieza con Leo Román en portería, el picillo que vuelve a la titularidad y que hace nada, unos segunditos acaba de salir a calentar. Línea de 4 con Antonio Raillo y Marco Garay como pareja de centrales, Johan Mojica en la izquierda y Pablo Maceo entra en sustitución del rebelde Mateu Llago, que venía acumulando 2 partidos como titular, además a un muy buen nivel. Doble pivote inamovible, este sí, con Samu Costa y Manu Morlanes. También encontramos en la media punta a Sergio Ardel, que también repite, y en las bandas nuevos cambios con las entradas de Antonio Sánchez y de Valeri Fernández. Y arriba estará para los goles el pirata Vedat Murici, un Mallorca que ha convocado hoy a 23 futbolistas. No cuenta con las ausencias de Toni Lato, José Copete y del Pichu Cuellar, aunque vuelve un futbolista que hoy parte del banquillo, pero que veremos si puede contar con minutos hoy o de aquí en adelante, como es el jaguar, el japonés Takuma Asano, cuyo último partido fue hace ya unos cuantos meses, el pasado mes de septiembre, en esa victoria por la mínima 1-0 frente a la Real Sociedad. Así que una buena noticia en cuanto a la enfermería se refiere, porque vuelve Takuma Asano, también Vedat Murici, aunque en el caso del Kosovar fue por ver la expulsión en el partido frente a Las Palmas. Así que con todo, este es el 11 con el que sale el Mallorca para intentar sacar un resultado positivo frente al FC Barcelona.
Muchas gracias, Damián. El 11 con el que sale Yago Arrasate ya desvelado. Bueno, un 11 con muchas novedades, ¿no? Porque el viernes se jugó ante el Valencia un partido muy físico, un partido bastante duro. Hoy es martes y ya se vuelve a jugar, y también hay que mirar de reojo el partido del viernes, porque el Mallorca el viernes vuelve a jugar. Ya lo comentó Yago Arrasate, que hoy saldrá con el mejor 11 posible, hoy saldrá con los mejores jugadores posibles, pero también tiene que cuidar a la plantilla porque ninguno pueda recaer en lesión. La buena noticia, Takuma Asano ya se marcha de la enfermería, hoy ocupará el banquillo. Esperemos a ver si puede tener algunos minutitos en la segunda parte, esperemos que sí, lo decidirá el míster, pero la nota positiva es que a poco el Mallorca ya va vaciando esa enfermería. Arriba, pues la novedad, Antonio Sánchez, Valeri Fernández también, que hoy estará en el 11 titular. Le preguntaban a Yago Arrasate, que tenía disponible tanto a Kyle Larin como a Abdon Prats como a Vedat Murici, a ver a quién elegiría. Y Yagoba dijo, bendito problema, ¿no? Tengo a los tres de arriba disponibles. Además, los tres que llegan con muy buena sintonía, tanto Kyle Larin como Abdon Prats en el último partido mojaron, marcaron, y Murici, que tenía muchas ganas de jugar después de haberse perdido el último partido. Un 11 que también está al cambio de Leo Román en la portería después de unos cuantos partidos sin disputarlos por decisión del técnico. Como ya sabéis, Yago Arrasate va alternando ahí los partidos. Leo Román hoy vuelve a la portería, vuelve siendo titular. Si no me equivoco, el último partido con el que Leo Román fue titular fue ante el Alavés, el partido que terminó perdiendo el Mallorca 1-0 ante el Alavés. Este es el último partido que juega Leo Román de titular. Esto, si no me fallan las cuentas, que creo que no, todos esos partidos que habían transcurrido hasta hoy los había jugado Grace, y hoy vuelve a la titularidad. Este es el 11 titular con el que ya hemos desmenuzado un poco Damián y yo. Ahora, si os parece, vamos a escuchar lo que ha comentado Yago Arrasate antes, hace un ratito, en los micrófonos de nuestro compañero Damián. Vamos a escucharlo.
Sí, pues ya estamos con el míster, con Yago Arrasate. ¿Qué tal, Yago? Muy buenas.
Buenas.
Segundo partido en 4 días. Decías ayer que tras una victoria no hay cansancio mental, pero físicamente, ¿cómo llega el equipo al partido de hoy?
Bueno, en principio bien, ¿no? Cuando consigues 2 victorias, pues el ánimo es otro. Es verdad que que puede haber cierta fatiga, al igual que ellos que jugaron el sábado, pero bueno, cuando es un partido así, cuando juegas en casa, pues bueno, sacas fuerzas de flaqueza, ¿no?
¿Qué partido esperas y dónde estarán las claves para sacar un buen resultado?
Bueno, espero un rival valiente en su mejor versión. Sabemos que normalmente es dominador en el juego. Necesitaremos que estén incómodos y defender bien sin balón, y luego cuando tengamos balón también ser valientes, atrevidos, intentar hacerles daño, ¿no? Cada uno con sus armas, pero bueno, esperemos que sea un partido en dos direcciones.
Respecto al 11, hasta 5 cambios respecto a la última victoria contra el Valencia, entre ellas las entradas de Valeri y Antonio Sánchez. ¿Qué buscas con ellos?
Bueno, sí, son 5 cambios, pero bueno, creo que el 11 es reconocible. Para nosotros es un 11, yo creo que podemos sacarlo en cualquier momento también, y sobre todo Antonio tiene esa capacidad de trabajo y también de sorprender desde segunda línea, y Valeri es un extremo vertical, ¿no? Entendemos que bueno, que pueden ser dos jugadores importantes para hacerles daño también.
¿Habrá algún jugador que acompañe ahí a Muric en esa doble punta, o serán 4-5-1 más bien?
Bueno, veremos, ¿no? Un poco esos jugadores de medio campo cómo se comportan, en función de ellos cómo hacen la salida de balón también. Bueno, influirá un poco todo, pero sí, claro que tenemos que acompañar a Muric y no lo podemos dejar solo ahí.
Yago, muchas gracias y suerte.
Vale, gracias.
Ahí está, un Yago Barrasate contento, feliz, como ha comentado, después de haber encadenado esas 2 victorias consecutivas. Una victoria importantísima ante el Valencia. Aquí un partido que en la segunda parte se había como encallado, ¿no? Se había llegado poco a portería, tanto el Valencia había llegado poco a la portería de Dominic Greve, como el Mallorca a la portería de Mamar Darbilic, y al final pues ese testarazo de Abdón pues terminó con la victoria, y como ha comentado Yagoba, feliz y contento. Damián, nos encontramos un Barcelona que podríamos estar hablando de un antes y un después, porque la última victoria del Barcelona es del 3 de noviembre, de ese FC Barcelona 3, Español 1. Fue la última victoria en Liga, y te digo que podríamos estar hablando de un Barcelona de un antes y un después, porque estos primeros meses de agosto, septiembre y octubre hemos hablado de un Barcelona que aplastaba a sus rivales, que le marcaban muy pocos goles, que el Barcelona marcaba muchos goles, un Barcelona que parecía que lo habían resucitado, parecía un Barcelona nuevo. Hoy me comentas ahora este 11 titular con el que sale hoy Hansi Flick en esta jornada 19, pero ¿qué Barcelona te esperas hoy?
Pues un poco en la línea de Yago Barrasate. Yo creo que no vamos a ver a un Barça distinto al que hemos visto ya no solo en los últimos partidos, sino desde el inicio de la temporada. Un Barça que seguramente llevará el peso del partido, la posesión, que intentará pues desde un primer momento buscar el área de hoy Leo Román, pero además, lo decía también a Yago Barrasate, ajustando todos esos problemas que haya podido tener en estos últimos partidos, donde, como dices, son solo pues un punto de los últimos 9 partidos en Liga. Es cierto también que hace una semana le ganó al Brest en la Champions League, pero en Liga pues lleva ese último bagaje de únicamente un punto de los últimos 9 posibles. Dicho esto, también hay que decir que pese a que en casa, pese a que fuera de casa el Barcelona ha sumado o ha cosechado, mejor dicho, 3 de sus 4 pinchazos hasta la fecha en el Campeonato Nacional de Liga, hay que decir que también es el equipo que lejos de Montjuic está sacando mayor cantidad de puntos. También es el equipo que más juega, pero bueno, que no va a ser un partido fácil, a pesar de que el Barça llegue en esta dinámica algo negativa en cuanto a sensaciones, en cuanto a resultados.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host for tonight. My name is Daniel Armstrong. It is a chilly 14 degrees here at Sonmosh tonight. Now we have a very exciting matchup. We are looking at Real Mallorca against Fútbol Club Barcelona here tonight of round 19 of La Liga. Now, last time out here at Sonmosh, Real Mallorca faced Valencia Club Fútbol just not long ago, just last Friday here, where they did manage to bring home the 3 points, scoring a late-minute winner to make it 2-1. Abdon Prats coming off the bench and scoring in the 82nd minute. Now, despite FC Barcelona being a much bigger club in general, they have not won. Out of their last 5 games, they have only won 2 matches. They have lost their 3 last matches, whereas on the other hand, Real Mallorca have won their last 2 matches, but they have also lost. Out of their last 5, they've lost 3, they've won their next 2. So you could say, if we're looking at recent results, that they are both on equal sides, despite Barcelona being at the top of the table, being the leaders of La Liga. Now, both Real Mallorca and FC Barcelona have only won 2 out of their last 5 LaLiga matches, as I said. Last time out for FC Barcelona, despite being the home side, they could not manage to bring home the 3 points. They did lose 2-1 against Las Palmas. Gonna get some words from the FC Barcelona manager here.
Para mí es algo que tiene que ver con el momento de defender, de estar ahí en el momento adecuado.
For me, it's the defense what's most important.
La presión adecuada para poderles
To pressure right,
debidamente.
so we can press them and get to a good point.
Parece algo muy fácil, pero bueno, no lo es tanto.
Sometimes it looks very easy,
Como bloque,
but when it comes to defending as a team,
tiene que hacer cada uno,
we have to be on point and everyone has to know what they have to do.
pues lo hacemos mejor.
And every teammate has to look out for each other.
Algunas situaciones y sobre todo también cuando marcan goles y lo hicieron muy bien.
Also, in some situations, when they score goals,
Pues
we don't pick each other up. And that is the reason.
fallamos en la presión, no pudimos cerrar
We don't pressure well,
como
we can't close our spaces as a team,
bueno, atacar a los espacios necesarios es lo que tenemos.
and we can't attack the necessary spaces, is what we have to get better. So those are the words from the Barcelona manager there, Hans-Dieter Flick. Not been a very easy season for him. FC Barcelona have started off to a flying start at the top of the league, but as I said, their last 3 matches, they have not won a single match, and for FC Barcelona, that is definitely not a good record. You know, the leaders of La Liga flying through, and they just last 3 matches they've not had a great start, but on the other hand, Real Madrid have had a great start these last few matches. Now, FC Barcelona are sitting at the top of the table with 34 points, just 10 points in front of Real Mallorca, actually, as Real Mallorca are sitting at 6th place at the minute. But Barcelona are also a game ahead of Real Madrid, who are just 1 point behind them. So a win tonight for FC Barcelona is definitely a must on their side. Now, last time these two teams did face each other, it was at the Estadio Olímpic, where FC Barcelona took home the 3 points, winning 1-0, with Lamine Yamal scoring the only goal in this match in the 73rd minute. Of course, Javier Aguirre was the manager at that time when Mallorca last faced Barcelona, and it is different times now for Real Mallorca and also for FC Barcelona. If we look at the squad tonight, Velat Muriqi is back in the squad tonight after picking up a suspension just last week out against Las Palmas, where he got a red card for showing an inappropriate hand gesture. Now, last time Real Mallorca played out here, they did win their match against Valencia FC just last Friday. As I said earlier, they won 2-1. Now, we are going to have a quick break here. We will be back very soon. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to talk about this match coming up. We've got a very exciting match coming up. We still have to talk about injuries and the players starting tonight. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to go on break and we will be back very shortly.
Gracias a la tecnología podéis viajar a cualquier lugar sin salir de casa. Disfrutar de los mejores paisajes desde el metaverso. Sumergiros en un mar de realidad virtual. Hacer deporte con vuestros avatares. La inteligencia artificial predice vuestros gustos. De hecho, no tenéis que estar cerca para pasar tiempo juntos. Es maravilloso, ¿no os parece?
Le dije a estos, ¿ustedes quieren algo grande? Estar en la antesala de ello.
pones en la situación llegando al estadio, viendo a tu familia, a todos los aficionados del Mallorca y se te ponen los pelos de punta.
From the first day I came here, everything went wrong.
Él estaba liquidado, física y mentalmente, liquidado. Y entonces se me ocurrió que merecía jugar y lo puse en la copa.
¿No tienes personalidad suficiente para decirle a este tío que no haga eso?
Y al final tuve que intervenir, yo mando, cabrón, cállate ya, cállate ya.
¡Joder! ¡Joder!
Tenemos que hacer, Martín, es golpeo. Juntamos, si hay despeje, juntarnos otra vez.
Pues ya estamos de nuevo, una pausa rapidísima para volver a meternos de lleno en esta
break. Now, as I said, don't go anywhere because soon we are going to be kicking off just about 30 minutes away from kickoff here. Sorry, 25. No, 30. 30 is correct. Now, we're going to talk about the lineup of both of these teams. Despite Real Mallorca getting the win last time out, you would think they would not make much changes, but they have made quite a few to the lineup here tonight. Now, Dani Rodriguez, despite being the maximum goal scorer this season for the club with 3 goals and 4 assists, last time scoring against Las Palmas just last week out. Despite that, he has been dropped to the bench tonight. Velat Muriqi back from suspension. He is in the starting lineup tonight. A very important player for Real Mallorca, as he is one of the top goal scorers for this club. He's got 3 goals this season, so he is not too far behind. Now looking at FC Barcelona, Robert Lewandowski, FC Barcelona's main man, the striker up front, the maximum goal scorer of LaLiga with 15 goals this season, also dropped to the bench tonight, which you could say is a big relief for Real Mallorca. Instead, Ferran Torres is starting up front for him tonight. Now, despite Robert Lewandowski being dropped tonight to the bench, we do have Rafinha starting. Now, we're going to take a look here at Real Mallorca's last match, just last Friday here against Valencia, where they did bring home the win. They won 2-1. They managed to bring home the 3 points, which was a massive boost in confidence, as they didn't win their last 2 games playing home, and now they needed this win to finally get the win at Son Moix. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights here from last match. Here, this is the start of the match where Valencia did cross in the ball, and unfortunately, Mallorca did give away a handball in the 30th minute from Johan Mojica. It was an excellent penalty take. You can't take anything away from it. It was an excellent penalty. Keeper dived the right way, but just couldn't reach it. Just dived a bit too low. Just in the 32 minutes, just 2 minutes later, Kai Larin had an excellent chance here, but just couldn't manage to get it away. But still, it was a great chance here. This is the first goal from Real Mallorca, that play, which is an excellent play. Just playing it through there to Dani Rodriguez. Almost offside, but just not quite. Luckily for Real Mallorca, Dani Rodriguez did cross it in for Kai Larin to put it in the back of the net with his right foot. It was an excellent play just before the end of the first half, which you could say, in my opinion, did save Real Mallorca that match, because going into the second half losing is such a difficult thing to bring back. So it was a massive goal there for Real Mallorca. And you have to give props to Robert Navarro for giving that through ball into Dani Rodriguez. It was a lovely through ball there. As I said earlier, he is the maximum goal scorer, Dani Rodriguez, who just put in that cross. And the most assists for the club, too. He's got 4 assists currently at the minute. Now, in the second half, Real Mallorca were a lot more dominant against Valencia. I don't know if you tuned in last Friday here at Son Moix, but it was an excellent match against Valencia. They did eventually bring off Kai Larin for Abdon Prats, who came on the bench here. And just with one of the first touches of the match, Abdon Prats puts it in the back of the net with an amazing cross from Sergi Dorder and an even amazing header from Abdon Prats to take the lead in the 82nd minute of the match. And Real Mallorca did win the match 2-1, so he did score the winner for them that night. As you can see, just a lovely and magnificent pass from Sergi Dorder into Abdon Prats to finish it with the header. The keeper just came a bit off his line. I think Abdon Prats noticed that as soon as he did, and he took the most and just dinked it right over him. Now, Sergi Dorder and Abdon Prats did play together as kids, as he did mention in the press conference last Friday when he took home the win. So they do have that connection ever since they were kids. So it's a lovely thing you love to see here, playing together as kids, making it all the way to Real Mallorca and scoring the late-minute winner goals for his team. It was an excellent match here from Real Mallorca, as I said, taking home the win last time out here. But on the other hand, FC Barcelona not winning any of their last 2 matches. So if we do talk about 2 teams which is in better form, I mean, obviously you have to go with Barcelona, but if we look within the recent matches, within the last 5 matches, Real Mallorca have been better. Here we have the Mallorca mascot sneaking up on our correspondent there. The demon, the demonio, as they call him in Spanish. Just a lovely, great gesture here from Real Mallorca and their mascot. Now, as I was saying earlier, if we're looking at lineups, you would think that Real Mallorca, if their lineup did work last 2 times out, then they would use the same one against Barcelona. Well, you would think wrong. They have made quite a few changes here. Kai Larin not starting up front tonight, but we've got Vila Muriqui, who just came back from suspension, as I said. Dani Rodriguez also dropped to the bench tonight, a very important player. Robert Navarro also on the bench tonight. Lots of players that were starting for Mallorca just last Friday now been dropped to the bench. And I do think it is because of too many minutes on the pitch, maybe too many injuries, so they're trying to look out for that. And I just think they're giving those players a bit of a rest so they can bring them on later. Now we're going to look at a clip from Abdon here. Totally, the connection between me and Sergi is special. Without looking at each other, we knew what was going to happen, and he put in the ball, and I just found it. And as soon as I saw him, I just knew he was going to cross it into me. The keeper just came out a little bit too much and stayed in the middle, and I made the most of that. Those were the words from Abdon Prats last time out here, just last Friday, after he got the winner. Obviously a very happy man that night. Here we have the players just coming out now from out of the tunnel. As you can see, the VIP section just saying hello to all the fans. Now we're just 27 minutes away from kickoff here, ladies and gentlemen. do not go anywhere because we have a very exciting matchup here. Now, as I was just saying, if we do look at the lineups, they definitely made some changes. Even FC Barcelona dropping their main man, Robert Lewandowski, up front, instead playing Ferran Torres now, despite Robert Lewandowski being the maximum goal scorer for Barcelona with 15 goals. Now, I do believe that Barcelona are doing this for a tactical reason, to maybe let him rest a little bit and bring him on, as I do think FC Barcelona are going in very confident tonight. As I said, despite not winning their last 3 games and not winning their last 2 games away from home, so they've not been in great form, but Barcelona are going to be very, very desperate to get the win tonight. They will definitely need it if they don't want to drop points in the table. As I said, they're at the top of the table with 34 points, but just 1 point behind Real Madrid, and they also are a game ahead, so Real Madrid yet have another game to play, so they can take over. And last time out for FC Barcelona, despite being the home side, they did manage to lose 1-2 against Las Palmas last Saturday. And despite Barcelona having 71% of possession and managing a total of 27 shots, they still could just not bring home the 3 points. Now, you would think it is a problem of scoring goals up front, but it's definitely not the case, as 2 of their players, one taking the maximum top goal scorer and the second one taking the second spot. So it's definitely not the option. I've got some words here from a Mallorca legend that we're going to hear now. Yes, well, the important thing is to be able to compete against these big teams, and that's why we're here. I've got lots of emotion for this match, and it's going to be good. It's always complicated to play against Barcelona, but doing it coming from 2 victories, I think Mallorca will be a lot more confident. Yeah, in general, the victories always bring more confidence to the team. And we've won 2 games, but every match is different. It's going to be a dynamic, and we're just going to have to stay focused. Is Son Moix going to be a full crowd tonight? It's going to be a very important 3 points. Yeah, it's important to have all the fans here. I think during the year we've had lots of fans and lots of support. You know, all the players notice and they can feel the support of the fans. We're confident that the fans will be there to help us tonight. Thank you very much. Those were some words from the CEO, one of the CEOs of Real Mallorca. Now, as you can see, Mallorca are coming off very confident as winning their last 2 matches, but we cannot get in our heads. This is a massive match. Real Mallorca really need to be focused for this one. As you know, FC Barcelona, not an easy team to beat. Now, if we do look at Real Mallorca, they are also really not an easy team to beat when playing home. Especially, they have lots of experience against bigger players. You know, just a few weeks last out, they played against Atletico Madrid here at Son Moix, losing 0-1 with Julian Alvarez scoring in the 63rd minute, which was very unfortunate. But despite that, Mallorca still managed to hold 54% of the possession. And at the beginning of the season, Real Mallorca did face here at Son Moix, first match, Jornada 1. They did face off Real Madrid here, and they did tie 0-0. Now, Real Madrid did have about 71% possession of the ball, but when it comes to playing home, Real Mallorca really know how to put in a good defense. Now, we do have 2 very opposite sides here. Real Mallorca looking at a very defensive side here, and FC Barcelona the other way around. You're looking at a very offensive side, so it's going to be an interesting matchup here tonight. As we can see here on the screen, we do have Lamine Yamal, the 17-year-old midfielder slash right winger, currently with 5 goals this season in LaLiga. I mean, when we talk about this kid, what a fantastic player he has been, coming all the way from the Barcelona Academy, all the way to winning the Euro Cup with the national Spanish team, just at the age of 17 years. I mean, it is amazing. Looking at myself, I am 21, and I look at him, he is 17. You just have to appreciate how amazing that is. Such an amazing player here. Now, he has come back recently from injury, so he will not be looking maybe at his finest. And we also do have Dani Olmo in the starting lineup here, who I do believe is also coming back from injury. Now, if we are looking at the Mallorca bench, they do have a few different options here. They also have Kai Larin on the bench with Abdon Prats and Dani Rodriguez and Robert Navarro. All players who started last match now been dropped to the bench, and Mallorca will be looking to use that bench effectively. Real Mallorca also do have Takuma Asano on the bench here tonight. The question is, will he be coming out? He has just come back from injury very recently, just been on the bench for this game, so they're not very sure if he's going to come out tonight or not. It's going to be a tough decision to make, you know, an important player. Do you really want to bring him on at such a big game like this, coming back from injury? It's going to be a tough choice, but I think it will just depend on how the match is going. Now, if we talk about history from both of these clubs, it is no question that FC Barcelona are such a bigger team. FC Barcelona, the second Spanish club with the most trophies in LaLiga. I mean, they have a total of 99 official trophies. I mean, nowhere near Real Mallorca to their name. And their last big trophy being the 2023 La Liga season winners. But just in front of them are, of course, Real Madrid with a total of 105 official trophies, and the last one being the 2024 UEFA Super Cup. So, you know, definitely a team with massive history, as we know, a legendary club, one of the biggest clubs on planet Earth, also winning 5 Champions Leagues. You cannot take that away from them tonight. Now, as I was saying earlier, very unfortunate for Real Mallorca as Dani Olmo and Lamine Yamal making their way back into the squad. Lamine Yamal coming from injury and Dani Olmo also too. Now, 2 very, very important players for FC Barcelona. You know, as I said earlier, Lamine Yamal, an amazing player. I mean, do we even have to talk about him? He is just so amazing, everything he's achieved at this club and for his national team, what a player he has been. And of course, then we have Dani Olmo, who's back here tonight. We're going to see some images here now from the Real Mallorca players just warming up. As you can see, looks like a ritual dance or something. Anyways, Dani Olmo coming back here tonight. The Spanish midfielder joined the club just this season, so he's not even been here that long, but yet he is such an important player for this team. He did spend 4 years at RB Leipzig, and just what a player, what season he's had at Barcelona. So it's very unfortunate for these 2 players to come back. Now we're going to look at Barcelona's last match they had here facing against Las Palmas, where they could not manage to bring home the 3 points. As I did mention earlier, they were dominating in terms of possession and shots. They had so many shots, 71% possession. So it wasn't, you could say it was very unfortunate, but they just could not manage to get in the goal. As you can see, they had some injuries, players coming off in stretchers. Lamine Yamal on the bench there. They had Balde come off, they brought on Gerard. They were bringing on the younger players, maybe to give them a chance. And Las Palmas, you could say, made the most of that. As you can see, a very close chance here from the number 5 of Las Palmas. But if we do just look at the stats, and I mean, just look at that goal. It's very unfortunate, isn't it? He's clear offside. But 27 shots and to lose 2-1 is unfortunate. But if you can't get the goal, then you can't get the goal. You have to give the props, despite the stats, to Las Palmas for holding on that well. Now, FC Barcelona losing their last 3 matches, but you still just cannot take your eyes off of them. As I said, very big, very important names out here. Last time Real Mallorca finished above 6th place was in the 2010 season, finishing 5th in the league. So if Mallorca can get a win tonight and start promising that top 6 spot, then they will surely make history here tonight. They are currently sitting at 6, as I mentioned earlier, with 24 points. Just, I believe, 2 points low from the 5th place. And as I said, the last time they finished that good was about 14 years ago. So it's an important night here for Real Mallorca. They have lots of stats, lots of records to beat. And if we do look at the time, that the last time that Real Mallorca did beat FC Barcelona, it was back in the 2008-2009 season, where Mallorca took home the 3 points here at Son Moix, winning 2-1. So, if Mallorca managed to bring home the win here tonight, it will be the first time in 14 years since they last beat Real Barcelona. If we look at the last 5 matchups of Real Madrid and Barcelona, the last time they played was at the Barcelona Stadium, where Lamine Yamal scored in the 73rd minute to bring home the victory for Barcelona, winning 1-0. But if we do look at the last 5 matches they matched up against each other, Real Mallorca did not win a single one. They lost 4 and they drawed 1. So, as I said earlier, not going to be an easy matchup here tonight for Barcelona, as their form has not been great, whereas on the other hand, Mallorca have been great. We can't take anything away from here, FC Barcelona. Lots of young talents, lots of young players on this squad tonight. Surprisingly, Mallorca changing their lineup, dropping some important players that they had last time out. We're going to get some words here from our correspondent on the pitch. We have some very special guests here. We have some important Mallorca fans here, some very special people here with us at the club. We are all the same inside. We are with 3 special fans here. I'm going to start with you, Miana. How are you doing? You're here standing on the pitch. Are you nervous? I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous to stand beside the players and let the best team win. Martin, you're here. You feel like grabbing the ball and kicking it, don't you? Yes, it's a very nice sight. And if everyone has a dream, then they should chase it. So let's just enjoy this match. And yeah, if Mallorca can win, better. Do you have a message for any player that you want to leave? Well, they should all be calm. It's going to be an important game. But most overall, we should get an important 3 points here tonight. And Mallorca should win, always. You played the first phase in Tarragona. How was it? We played against Atletico Baleares and all that. But yeah, it was really cool. But the important thing is that you took home the win. Yeah, we got the 3 points and we were the best, and that's all. What is our prediction for tonight? 1-0 here tonight, goal from Abdon in the 90th minute. And I hope he enjoys it. For you? Goal from Rayo in the 60th minute. And I think Abdon Prats will give the assist in the 80th minute. What's your match prediction result? 3-1, 3 from Mallorca and 1 for Barcelona. Those were our words from our correspondent there, who are with 3 big fans who got lucky here tonight, and they're stepping on the pitch having some words. And those were their match predictions for tonight. As you can see, the fans very confident that Mallorca will bring home the win tonight. And so they should be, coming off all these victories that they have had recently, winning their last 2 games, 2 very important games. Now, we are going to talk about the lineup that we have out here tonight. We do have in the net for Real Mallorca, we are looking at Reo Roman, who last time out here we had Dominic Graves starting, but as you can see, Real Mallorca have made a change in their net. On the right back, we have Pablo Maffeo starting tonight, who also did not start last game out here, who is also another change that Real Mallorca have made in their lineup tonight, which, as you can see, has surprised everyone, as most people thought that they would use the same thing they used last time, because if something works, why change it? That's the question. Now for our centre backs, we do have Martin Valgent starting here, who did start last time out, a very solid centre back who obviously did his job perfectly, and Real Mallorca very happy with him. On the left side of the centre back, we have Antonio Rayo, who's also started, the Real Mallorca captain, who also started last time out here. I mean, what a player he has been for Real Mallorca. Absolutely solid. A absolutely brick wall of centre back there, Euro 1. On the left back, we do have Johan Mojica, as always, usually starting in that position. Having some great matches recently, scoring just a week ago against Las Palmas, the late minute winner to get the win against Las Palmas. Now in the midfield, we do have two centre defensive mids here. We are playing with Samu Costa and Manu Morlanes. Obviously, two very important players for Mallorca who usually start every game. They've just been quite solid this season. You know, Samu Costa had an amazing international break with his team Portugal, playing alongside of Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Rafael Leao, and many more big names. So a very important player for Real Mallorca here. Now on the left side, on the left wing for Mallorca, we have Valery Fernandez, a player who also did not start last game. Another change here for Real Mallorca. So as I said, Real Mallorca making plenty of changes this match, coming with a different approach for this Barcelona team. In the center, attack and mid, we have Antonio Sanchez, another substitution, another change here for Real Mallorca, who also did not start last time out last Friday, and he is starting today. Now on the right side, we have Sergi Derder, again, another player who did not start, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, another player. We have plenty of players here that didn't start last week out, but they are starting this week out. And up front, we have the man himself, the Pirates, as they call him, Vedat Muriqi, who did not play last time out due to a suspension for picking up a red card against Las Palmas, and due to that not playing last Friday. Now that is the Mallorca side for tonight. Now we're going to look at the Barcelona squad. We're going to start with the goalkeeper. We have Iñaki Peña, as always, who's been having a very solid season. He is actually the second goalkeeper as to Ter Stegen getting injured in the preseason and has not been able to play ever since. He's been a very decent keeper for FC Barcelona. You know, for a second goalkeeper, he's definitely stepped up and done the job. What keeper he's been for them this season. Now at the centre backs, we do have Pau Cubarsí and Inigo Martinez, two very, very solid centre backs. You know, Pau Cubarsí only been a very young player. He's only about 18, 19, but they have given him that role of centre back for a team like FC Barcelona, and you have to give it to him. He's just been great this whole season. Now at right back, we do have Jules Koundé, as many people know, a very, very solid right back. He's not been having the best games at the minute, but he is a man that you do trust on the back. And on the left back, we do have Alejandro Balde, who has definitely not been having the best season, but Barcelona do trust him. Now we are starting also with centre defensive mids here. We have Marc Casado at centre defensive mid, and alongside him is Pedri, who, two big names for FC Barcelona. Pedri, such an important player. I mean, you can see what he did with the national Spanish team. Unfortunately, Pedri picking up a lot of injuries this season and last season. Very unfortunate. He's not had many minutes on the pitch. Now we're going to go on break here and we'll be back soon.
Venido con un hombre, ¿no? No era... Yo creo que tú viniste más joven, ¿no?
Yo vine con 22 años.
Ah, bueno, con 22. Pero bueno, con 25 ya es un hombre. Y sí, me adapté muy rápido. ¿Cómo no te vas a adaptar con el tiempo y la vida que hay aquí?
Ahí me ficha Chievo Verona, que era el equipo de primera división, pero me dejaron cedido en el equipo donde estaba en Ternana, en Serie B. Bueno, este año no ha ido muy bien, voy en la pretemporada con el Chievo y veo que Mister no cuenta conmigo. Y nada, o sea, yo estaba justo ese verano aquí en vacaciones y bueno, luego o sea, me enamoré de la isla, vi que esto es un sitio increíble y de nada, pues surge la posibilidad de venir aquí y yo sin saber ni condiciones ni nada me dicen, bueno, es cedido. Yo digo, o sea, sin ninguna duda quiero ir, quiero probar, quiero jugar en España. Y bueno, a mí también ha salido de maravilla porque ya ese año, pues estando en cedido, metieron como una cláusula obligatoria en caso de subir a primera división, me tienen que comprar, pues así me convertí el jugador de Mallorca y aquí todavía sigo y bueno, la adaptación, como en tu caso, ha sido fantástica.
El mejor primer momento era el ascenso, ¿no?
Sí,
contra
el
Depor, ¿no?
Depor, o sea, y yo lo considero todavía, después de todo el tiempo aquí, el mejor. O sea, vosotros le ganáis en Supercopa a Barcelona, ¿no? Si no me equivoco.
Sí, no, primer año primer año acabamos cuarto en la Liga y final de Copa del Rey. Jugamos contra Barcelona en Valencia. En este partido yo meto gol, empezamos ganando, nos expulsa 2 jugadores, nos empata Barcelona y estábamos 40 minutos jugando con 2 menos y acabamos sobre penalti. Y bueno, jugamos 5 penaltis tiraban ellos, 5 nosotros y no tiraba porque estaba lesionado y empatamos. El sexto penalti tira Figo, lo falla. Entonces yo cojo el balón, si lo meto ganamos la Copa contra Barça, yo lo fallo.
Bueno, es parte de fútbol.
Si lo hubiera metido, pues levantamos la Copa, que era primer trofeo de Mallorca. Y después de 3 meses se jugó un partido aquí y otro en Barcelona, Supercopa, y ganamos. Allí levantamos la Copa en Barcelona.
Y como
un trofeo,
ganar un trofeo
modesto como Mallorca no es fácil.
No es nada fácil y bueno, aunque en la Copa no ha salido bien, pues poder ganarlo en Supercopa nos tiene que servir de mucha motivación, ¿no?
Sí,
Pues,
sí. Bueno, enhorabuena primero por lo que ha dado Mallorca en estos 6-7 años y por otro lado enhorabuena por superarme como el tercer máximo extranjero de Mallorca.
Bueno, muchísimas gracias, de verdad ha sido un grandísimo placer para poder compartir esta charla contigo y pasar este tiempo con una leyenda de nuestro club y pues verte también como una fuente de motivación para lograr cosas bonitas para nosotros.
Bueno,
muchísimas gracias.
Gracias a ti.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with that quick break. Now, don't go anywhere because you are just 6 minutes away from kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. We have an exciting matchup in front of us. Now, I was commentating earlier, we were talking about the lineup. We do have Dani Olmo at center attacking mid here tonight and Ferran Torres up front. Lewandowski actually sitting on the bench here tonight despite being the maximum goal scorer for the club. So it will be a very side relief for Real Mallorca on that aspect. But of course, on the left-hand side, we do have Rafinha, the second goal scorer for LaLiga, the maximum goal scorer. And on the right side, with him trying to show that support, is Lamine Yamal, who did not play last time out for Barcelona when they got that loss against Las Palmas. They did lose 2-1 last time out, Barcelona, against Las Palmas playing away. Now, both teams will be very eager to win this match, as both teams do need to win. As I said, Real Mallorca sitting at 6th place. If they can get that point tonight, they will go up to 5th place. And the last time Real Mallorca finished 5th place was back in the 2010 season. So about 14 years ago since Real Mallorca had such a good season. And FC Barcelona, of course, sitting at the top of the table with 34 points. Actually, only just 1 point behind Real Madrid. But they also are a game ahead of Real Madrid. So very, very important for both sides to win. We're just going to go for a quick break and we'll be back soon. And we'll be back with kickoff. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We are just a few minutes away here from kickoff. It's going to be a very big one.
Disfrutar de los mejores paisajes desde el metaverso. Sumergiros en un mar de realidad virtual. Hacer deporte con vuestros avatares. La inteligencia artificial predice vuestros gustos. De hecho, no tenéis que estar cerca para pasar tiempo juntos. Es maravilloso, ¿no os parece?
dice a estos, ¿ustedes quieren algo grande? Estar en la antesala de ello.
Te pones en la situación llegando al estadio, viendo a tu familia, a todos los aficionados del Mallorca y se te ponen los pelos de punta.
From the first day I came here, everything went wrong.
Él estaba liquidado, física y mentalmente. Liquidado. Y entonces se me ocurrió que merecía jugar y lo puse en la copa.
¿No tienes personalidad suficiente para decirle a este tío que no haga eso?
Y al final tuve que entender, a ver, yo mando, cabrón, cállate ya, cállate ya.
¡Joder! ¡Joder!
Pues ya estamos aquí de nuevo, todo a punto para arrancar. El árbitro que hoy va a silbar este partido, Gil Manzano, en el bar Iglesias Villanueva, y en el círculo central que ya
for the round 19 of La Liga, just seconds away from kicking off. Don't go anywhere because it's about to be a massive matchup. Now both teams will really be desperate to get this win. Obviously Mallorca knowing how hard it's going to be to win here tonight. It's going to be a very exciting match from both sides, you could say, as Mallorca being in very good form and Barcelona recently not been in great form. But at the top of the table, you can't take anything from them. Some spectacular talents up front. We're just seconds away from kickoff here now. Both sides, I'm sure, will be very nervous for this matchup. Lamine Yamal, of course, and Dani Olmo back here tonight. Robert Lewandowski being dropped to the bench. So it's going to be a very exciting matchup. Nobody go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure all these players here tonight are feeling the pressure. Here at Son Moix, the stadium is buzzing. And we have kicked off here now. Barcelona just putting on the full pressure. I'm sure Mallorca, all they want to do here tonight is try and play the most defensively as possible, whereas Barcelona will be playing very offensive. Now Mallorca just playing back here and taking it easy. I'm sure they do not want to risk anything. 30 seconds into the match here, the energy is wild. Son Moix is just lit up. The fans are here. They've been loving every second of the football this season, so it's going to be an exciting one. Barcelona just playing a short pass back there. As I said, Real Mallorca have some very important players that have been dropped to the bench tonight. You could say tactical reasons from Jacoba, the Mallorca manager here.
Koundé cruzando la línea de Soria, levantando el periscopio. Es Koundé atacando por el centro, abriendo para Lamine Yamal a la derecha. Lamine Yamal la pone entre líneas para
Barcelona just starting to put on the pressure a little bit more here.
Termina errando en el pase. Ahora tiene Dardé a correr, dice el Mallorca. A correr, dice el conjunto de Yago Barrasate. Atención, porque puede ser, y va a ser la primera tarjeta amarilla del partido.
It's the first yellow card here in the match, just 1 minute in. The yellow card is for Pau Cubarsí. Just a few minutes in, not even a few minutes, just about a minute and a half in here. And there's also been given the first yellow card.
Damián, creo que Jovan está disfrutando del partido. Amarilla para Koundé, para Cubarsí.
So a yellow card here for Pau Cubarsí tonight. It's going to be in a very exciting match. I'm sure it's not going to be the first yellow card we're going to see here tonight. I just think Mallorca, although they do want to hold on and be defensive here tonight, they don't want to be too scared. They do want to try and go out and try things and actually try and win the match, you know, despite being a defensive side and all. And I understand they did. You have to hold on tonight. Barcelona just putting on the pressure here for Mallorca. As I said, it's not going to be an easy match for Mallorca facing a big side like this. Mallorca just playing the ball and switching it around. Just playing back to Pau Cubarsí. Koundé trying to play Yamal, not possible. Valde now here with the ball. Rafinha just didn't have enough space there to give the through ball. We can't quite get through to our correspondent here. We're just having some technical errors. We cannot quite hear him. We are sorry about that. It's such a big game. I think Damian is feeling very nervous tonight, and that's why we can't get through to him, maybe. Barcelona I think Mallorca are just allowing Barcelona to press them. As I said, Mallorca, I just think they're going to hold on so much tonight. They're not going to be trying to do much offensively, but I just don't think that should be the approach to this game, but who am I to decide? I just think Mallorca shouldn't be too scared to try and take on the counterattacks and try things here offensively, because I think if they hold on too much, then it just won't lead to anything. I don't really think you can stop Barcelona scoring goals this season. Lamine Yamal just dribbling past one here. No good. Ball just gone out there. Lamine Yamal just losing it. Just couldn't get enough speed on it. It's a foul here on Sergi Darder from Dani Olmo. Mallorca finally winning that ball back that they needed. He does catch him. He just does step on him there. I think it was accidental, but he is lucky not to be booked there.
Que baja el balón a la perfección. Valeri presionado por Rafinha, por Pedri, por Valde, se deshace de todo, el juego hacia atrás para Morlanes, Morlanes más hacia atrás para Martin Valgen, Martin Valgen hacía el amago de ponerla hacia...
Valgent here just with the ball, Mallorca just starting to play the ball a little bit more now. Antonio Sanchez taking the shot on here. I think it might be offside here.
Sube y sufre en los balones de espalda, sufren bastante. Es lo que pasó ahora. Bueno, a lo mejor era fuera juego, pero por poco.
I think it was offside. That chance will be no good anyways if the shot was on.
Es que era, ahora el fuera juega era momento de suerte.
Es que juegan un poco con fuego a la hora de los goles de fuera.
Mallorca, as I said, just don't want to be too scared to try things, and they don't look scared at the minute. They are pushing out. They just got a shot on there. Unfortunately, it was offside either way, so it would not have counted. But that's not the point. They are just trying things here, and that's what they want to do this match. Of course, Barcelona good side at pressing.
Bueno, ya lo hemos visto que el Barcelona de un equipo que pues le marcaban de media 1 o 2 goles en estos últimos 3 partidos donde ha perdido 2 y
no, es la cobertura, Damián. Ya tienes ya el partido, te llega, ¿no?
Barcelona conceding 5 goals here in the last 5 matches. Of course, a very strange stat for such a big club. They've not been going through last good few matches. So I think Real Mallorca maybe have to try and make the most of that chance here, giving FC Barcelona's current form. And if we look at Mallorca's form, they have been in such good shape recently. So I think all the chances here are for Real Mallorca to win here tonight. But of course, you can never sleep on a team like FC Barcelona. Mallorca getting the ball here, but then Barcelona just taking it again. Valde asking Íñigo Martínez asking for the ball. Pedri just trying to cross it in, down. No good. Valde to Iñaki Peña here. Just playing back now, Barcelona. Maybe just trying to tell this team just to calm it down as they don't need to rush it. Olmo here. Playing it down to Rafinha. Just trying to give it into Pablo Maffeo. It's a corner here for Barcelona. I think the possession tonight here will be very important for both sides. If Mallorca can just manage to hold the possession, then I think they just might get in FC Barcelona's heads. But if Barcelona do hold that ball, then I think Mallorca maybe will start to stress out. Ball being crossed in. Lamine Yamal just trying to shoot. Shot just getting blocked. Mojica with the ball here. Giving it to Koundé. Muriqi here. He was just a bit too close to the ball there. Just couldn't get it through to him. Again, Mallorca just doing decent on the counterattacks, but just missing the final product. If they keep it patient and keep this up, then maybe they could sneak a goal through FC Barcelona. Íñigo Martínez just playing through the back here. Lamine Yamal with the ball. Pedri moving the ball into Lamine again. Lamine here just seems to be all over the pitch here. He's the type of player you want exploring and trying to get that ball, and that's exactly what he's doing. Lamine Yamal trying to play it through the right side, no good. Mallorca again just trying to get another counter-attack here. I just think waiting patiently to get the counter-attacks. I think that might be their tactic here tonight. Pedri into Marc Casado. Lamine here with the ball. Into Cubarsí. Rafinha just playing it back to Lamine. No good. Lamine claims the foul, but the referee is not giving it. Mojica just clearing the ball here. Hopefully Mallorca can just push up a little bit more now. It's a throw here for Barcelona.
Ahí está Pedri, que la pone entre líneas para Dani Olmo. Qué bien que lo ha hecho la defensa del Mallorca. Atención, que se enreda en el balón, que le queda suelto. Y el gol.
It's a goal here for Barcelona. What an unfortunate giveaway there from Real Mallorca. Real Mallorca just losing the ball there, and Barcelona making the most, and they have conceded here now. It's 1 goal to Barcelona, just 10 minutes in here in the match. It is such a shame here for Real Mallorca. Mallorca just trying to clear the ball, just losing it there in that midfield, and Barcelona making the most of it and scoring the first goal. It's such an unfortunate. Real Mallorca trying to get these counterattacks, but just could not make it work. And eventually, I just think Real Mallorca kept on trying to clear the ball, just couldn't clear it far enough. Barcelona made the most of that mistake here. It's such a shame here for Mallorca. It's just unlucky here for Real Mallorca. Now they are losing 1-0. But don't get me wrong, it does not mean anything. Mallorca are definitely still in this match. Mojica just tries to clear the ball, but it just picks up Barcelona again, and they just make the most of it here. We're trying to get through to our correspondent here on the scene. We just can't get through to our correspondent because there are problems with the signal here at Mallorca. But as I said again, very unfortunate here for Real Mallorca as Ferran Torres made the most and got the first goal against Barcelona here 11 minutes in. It's just a shame here for Barcelona, just trying to clear the ball, just bounces off the defenders, and Ferran Torres just there, the man of the moment, and making most of the chance. Such a big giveaway here for Barcelona. It's such a shame, you know, such a big team. It's a big match, and there's no room for mistakes like that. But hopefully they could just pick themselves back up, as it is only early in this match. It is only 12 minutes in here. It's definitely not over. Mallorca can definitely still bring this back. They just cannot afford to make more mistakes like that again. As we can just see here, Mojica just trying to clear the ball, but it just hits one of his own defenders and bounces right into the feet of Ferran Torres, where he easily taps it away here. Such a shame, but as I said, definitely not over here. Still lots of minutes to go. Hopefully Mallorca can bring it back here now. But Barcelona just not really seen any danger from Mallorca, not feeling threatened at all. They did get one or two decent counterattacks there at Real Mallorca, but it's the final step that matters, and they just cannot seem to make it work here tonight. Again, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, 30 minutes in, there's still lots to go, so we'll see if Mallorca can pick up the rhythm back now. Barcelona just playing through the back now. They know they don't need to rush it forward. They are winning here early on. Íñigo Martínez just clearing the cross. There was a decent cross from Real Mallorca. Íñigo Martínez just coming out and clearing it easily. Pedri here with the ball. Barcelona on the counter-attack into Mojica, getting it back again. And Johan Mojica just not letting Pedri get past there. Velan Muriqui on the run here. Iñaki Peña just getting the ball first, beating Muriqui on that race. I do think it was offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. I just think Barcelona's tactic here is they are playing through the back. They wait for Mallorca to come and press them, and then they make the most and take on the counter there. So it's just a shame to give away an easy goal like that. But Mallorca, again, as I said, just need to make the most of these counterattacks so they can bring it back on here. As I said, 15 minutes in, it's still such an early match. Any of these sides could take it. It doesn't matter if Barcelona are in the lead at the minute. But I just think that is Barcelona's tactic here tonight. They play through the back, then once they see that Mallorca have come and pressed, they make the most and try and get the counterattack, and they are good at doing that. If Mallorca can make the most of these counter-attacks, if they can complete those final steps, then they can definitely get back into this game. We'll see if Real Mallorca can get any chances here in this first half. We are aware that it's not going to be easier, and they have to make the most of every chance they can get. As I said, there is no room for errors here. The only reason FC Barcelona have scored here tonight was because of an unfortunate mix of Johan Mojica clearing the ball and it hitting one of Real Mallorca's defenders, just falling into Ferran Torres just to tap it in the back of the net. So if we do talk about proper chances, I would actually say that both of the teams have not actually had any proper chances here yet. Despite Barcelona having the possession, they have not had any clear chances except for the one goal that they have had here tonight, which was due to an error from Real Mallorca. It was just very unfortunate for Real Mallorca to give away that, you could say, easy goal here tonight. Mallorca starting to put the pressure on a little bit more now, starting to just not look as shy, maybe starting to get out. They are pressing more offensively, which is, I think, is a good idea. But as I said, the more they press offensively, the better Barcelona get at playing out from the back, which is a massive danger here for Real Mallorca. Iñigo Martinez just playing it down to Rafinha here. Pedri looking up and playing through the left-hand side. Crossing it in, but right into Leo Roman's hands. The Mallorcan goalkeeper comes out and grabs the cross with no problem. Leo Roman, of course, has not been playing recently. We have had Dominic Grave in the nets recently instead, but here tonight, Leo Roman is in the starting lineup. Another change in the Mallorca lineup since their last two times out, where they did get 2 victories. So switching up might have been, maybe some people could say, the wrong move here tonight, but we will find out as the match goes on. Iñaki Peña just playing it back. Barcelona, I just think, just not rushing as much as they were, playing out from the back, not rushing to attack as they are winning the match here as they should. Lamin getting past 1-2 players here. Valde just running up the wing here. And Leo Roman with an amazing save here. Wow, what a save from Leo Roman here. It was an excellent effort from Barcelona there, but Leo Roman just stretches his hand and gets on that shot. It's an amazing save here from Leo Roman. You know, I was just talking about him just a few minutes ago, asking, was it the right move? And yes, I guess it was, because look at that spectacular save there from Leo Roman. It's a corner here for FC Barcelona, just whipping it in. Lamin on the edge of the box. And it's a foul here. I think it's a foul here for Mallorca. Yes, it is a foul for Mallorca. Again, what a save there from Leo Roman, as you can see. Barcelona just putting in the cross, and Ferran Torres just getting on the edge of it, but Leo Roman stretching his hands, making himself big in that net and saving it. If Mallorca can defend like this throughout the whole game, then maybe they do stand a chance here. Maffeo just not happy here with the referee, as he did get to the ball first and he did get hit by the Barcelona player, so he is not happy here, claiming the foul. I'm hearing here that Son Moix is packed here tonight. You know, it's not easy to get a packed stadium on a Tuesday at 7. Lamin taking the shot and just sending it over. It's a great effort there from Lamine Yamal, the 17-year-old, but he has just sent it wide, as most players do struggle to keep the ball down, as you want to hit it with power, and he's just sent it over here. A lovely effort here from Lamine Yamal. An absolute pleasure to watch. He is a spectacular player for the squad, the 17-year-old. What a player he's been. We can see Lewandowski here on the bench, probably eager to get out there tonight. But as I was saying, it's not going to be an easy match here for Real Mallorca. You know, if they can defend like this the whole game, then maybe they do stand a chance at getting a counter-attack and getting the goal in. It was a lovely effort there from Lamine Yamal, just sending it to wide here. Cubarsí just playing it out wide here. Dani Olmo with the ball. Lovely player, Dani Olmo. He just signed for Barcelona this season. He's not been in the club too long yet. He's been such an important player here. He came from RB Leipzig, where he last played there for 4 years. That's when he made his move to Barcelona this season, and he's been such an amazing player. He just got back from injury recently. He's been very unlucky with the injuries this season, as most players have this season, to be honest. Pedri just playing back into Íñigo Martínez, the Barcelona centre-back. Balde just starting to push up now, looking a bit more offensive. Barcelona just every time taking a step closer to Real Mallorca's half. They now are just switching the ball between that half line. You know, every time just taking a step closer and closer, and Real Mallorca pushing back and allowing them to get closer. Lovely, lovely there from Pablo Maffeo, just getting to the ball before the Barcelona player. The second yellow card for Barcelona here, a yellow card for Marc Casado. That's 2 yellow cards for Barcelona here, 22 minutes in. I am getting the word from the correspondent here that this referee is the referee to give the most yellow cards in the whole of La Liga, who averages 2 yellow cards within the first half, and that is exactly what he has given. 23rd minutes, 2 yellow cards here for Barcelona. They will have to watch out, because if they do get a player sent off, then it will be dangerous for them. I just wonder what Barcelona need to get to win here tonight. If you ask me, from my opinion, they just need to keep on playing the possession-wise, playing from the back and just taking steps closer, and then eventually I think they will be able to break in. Into the area here, just playing it back on the edge of the box here for Barcelona. Antonio Sanchez taking the strike and just sending it wide here. It's a lovely effort here from Real Mallorca. The Real Mallorca fans here at Somos just all applauding that attempt from Antonio Sanchez, who did get the shot on the edge of the box, who just sent it wide. It's unfortunate him for here. But it's a great chance from Real Mallorca. This is what they need to bring the match back in the game. Now Barcelona just playing out from the back. Somos absolutely lighting up here. Sergi Darder just kicking the ball out here. He is going to take a throw in. Somos just absolutely buzzing here tonight. As I said, a massive attendance. You know, it's not easy on a Tuesday at 7 p.m. to get the stadium this full, but Mallorca fans have not let them down. They are here and it is buzzing. The atmosphere is great, and here you can just feel it. They are asking for a handball here, but the referee is not agreeing with it. Just clearing the ball here. Ball is just going both sides here. Mallorca player just taking it down now, taking the touch. Trying to play it down the wing. It's a lovely pass here. Pedro Sanchez with the ball here, trying to cross in, no good. Mojica here in the area now. No good. Mallorca just trying to cross that ball in the edge of the box, but they just can't get the through ball here. Mallorca now finally putting on the pressure a little bit more. It's offside here from Antonio Sanchez. I just think if Mallorca want to get the win tonight, they need to keep up this type of pressure that they're putting on, but you cannot sleep on Barcelona. One of their most critical attacks is the counter-attack. But if Mallorca want to get the win tonight, they need to be confident. They need to be pressing, and they need to be taking shots on. It is no question that if you want to beat a team like this, you have to be brave, and you have to keep confident and start pressing. Barcelona just playing around the back here, not rushing anything, playing with Iñaki Peña here. Iñaki Peña just holding the ball, not rushing anything, waiting for Mallorca striker to press the ball. Plays it down to Koundé. Koundé looking for Lamine Yamal down the wing. But Mojica just intercepting the ball here. Mojica trying to pass it to himself here. And it's a foul from Koundé on Mojica here. It's very hard here to get past a player like Koundé, such a solid right back for FC Barcelona. 26 minutes in here, we've had a very exciting matchup. It's such a shame. I'm getting word here from the correspondent now. We can actually get through to him for once.
Se perdía en el siguiente choque. En clave Barcelona ya han sido amonestados dos jugadores, Casado y Cubarsí.
I'm getting word here that 2 of the FC Barcelona players do have a yellow card. We did already know that. Iñaki Peña just coming out to clear the ball here. Muriqi just couldn't get on the edge of it. I think it's, yes, it is offside anyways. It's not going to count either way. But again, good from Mallorca, just trying to play the through ball to Muriqi every time. They've been unlucky. They've just been getting offsides. And I don't exactly know if that was offside. It does not look like an offside from Muriqi. I don't think that actually was offside. But either way, the referees decided to give that call. Muriqi just couldn't get the shot on. Just, I don't know what he was trying to do. I think maybe he was trying to take a touch, just kick it over the keeper and then shoots. But he kicked it, I think, a bit too high. Mallorca just playing long into Pablo Maffeo here. Pablo Maffeo putting it in and into Iñaki Peña's arms. It was out of bounds anyway, so it's going to be a goal kick here for Iñaki Peña. Pau Cubarsí playing through the middle here. Ferran asking for a foul. Referee not giving it here. Mojica had a decent game here, not losing the ball, passing it back. Rafinha on the ball here on the edge of the box. Tries to play it in, no good, cleared by the Mallorca defenders. Rafinha just holding the ball here, playing through the middle into Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo looks like he's been fouled, but the referee, again, not giving it here. The referee, you can say he's been strict. He's not giving any gifts here. It did look like a foul to me, but the referee's not giving it. Into Pablo Maffeo down the wing here. Lovely play here from Real Mallorca. Real Mallorca trying to switch the ball here. Into Muriqi. Muriqi playing it short. Sergi just playing through down the middle again. Ball going back out wide here. Manu Morlanes on the ball. Playing it through the middle. Mallorca really putting on the pressure here now. Just switching it again into Pablo Maffeo. Pablo Maffeo putting in the cross. No good. No one on the cross. Morlanes just reaching that ball before it goes out. Sergi Derder getting the ball back here, putting in the cross. And it's going to be the first corner for Real Mallorca. All the Son Moix fans here clapping and cheering on the Real Mallorcan squad. It's going to be a corner, the first corner for Real Mallorca here. Real Mallorca now starting to look very solid. You know, they did hold the ball there for a good amount of time, switching the ball, pressing, taking on the shots, putting in the crosses. This is what Real Mallorca want if they want to get the equalizer here. Putting in the corner, no good, falling short. It's been cleared. Barcelona player just getting the ball again. Again, the fans here at Son Moix claiming a handball. It's the counter-attack here from Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo playing it through into Ferran Torres, and no good, no penalty as the Mallorca players clear the ball. It did, I don't think it was a penalty. It didn't look like a penalty to me. It does hit the ball just on his shoulder. I don't think it's a handball here. It doesn't look like a handball to me. And it's definitely not a penalty there from the Mallorcan defenders. Now Muriqi just here playing it through, no good, into Iñaki Peña's arms. What a match we have here. If you are tuned in, it's been a the last 10 minutes, I'd say it's been more Mallorca actually than Barcelona, but definitely within these first 20 minutes, Barcelona were looking better. Mallorca just putting more on the pressure. Now, it's actually been a great game. You'd think FC Barcelona were going to dominate the match here, but it's not been the case at all. It's definitely been a good both from both sides. Just trying to play it down the wing here, but Johan Mojica getting there first, playing it back to the goalkeeper and just clearing it up. We have a very good match on us here, ladies and gentlemen. Both sides looking very sharp. You know, you have to be impressed with Real Mallorca's performance here tonight. Very unfortunate the goal they did give away, a very big mistake, but as I said, still lots of minutes to go. They need to keep their head up and try and bring the equalizer here. Mojica just playing out wide here down the wing. Playing him down the wing now, crossing in. But Iñigo Martinez clearing the ball here. It was a lovely cross here from Real Mallorca and just being cleared here by the FC Barcelona defenders. Mallorca just starting to play back now, playing it back. They don't want to risk losing possession there. And just clearing the ball back up into Iñaki Peña. It's been a very decent match here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I do think Real Mallorca stand a chance of getting the win here. Offensively, they've started to look much more better in these last 10 minutes, pressing up and taking these shots on. They've not had many shots in general, but they have had lots of crosses in. They just need to get ahead on the end of that cross, and I think they could stand a chance of bringing it back here. Now, FC Barcelona with the goal kick. Just playing it short into Koundé, clearing it up into the Mallorcan players. The Mallorcan players just giving it back to FC Barcelona here. Samu Costa just getting the ball back there, dribbling past 1 and 2, putting in the cross. Samu Costa on the edge of the box, shot blocked. Sergi Darder here with the shot blocked. Putting in, and the Mallorcan players just getting there before and clearing the ball. Now Barcelona are here on the counter-attack. Ferran with the ball, putting it into the cross. Again, no good. Lovely from Pablo Maffeo there to get the counter-attack here for Real Mallorca now. Again, just losing the ball here, Pablo Maffeo, and it is a foul on Pablo Maffeo. As you can see, this match is just going so both ways. 1 minute's counter-attack from Mallorca, and the next is a counter-attack for FC Barcelona. So a very decent match here from both sides. Lovely effort there from Pablo Maffeo to get the ball before Rafinha there to just take it on, trying to get the counter-attack. And I'm not sure if it is a foul here for Mallorca or for Barcelona. I think Pablo Maffeo might have clipped Iñaki Martinez. Yes, it is a foul for Barcelona here. Pablo Maffeo did clip Iñaki Martinez just on the ankle there, and I do believe he has been booked with a yellow card. I don't think it was intentional. I do believe they both went for the ball, but Martinez just got there before Pablo Maffeo.
Es verdad que tras el gol del Barcelona, pues el Mallorca ha vivido solamente sus peores momentos, con 2 o 3 ocasiones.
You know, ever since Barcelona have scored, Mallorca definitely put their heads down. You know, it was a tough watch. It was a tough mistake to give up. But you can't say Mallorca have given up here, because they are definitely putting on the pressure to bring this game back. It's a lovely effort for Mallorca. They just have to keep confident. The fans are doing their part, and the players are definitely doing their part. So they just have to keep this up and hope that they can find that equalizer soon. You know, they've definitely not put their heads down. They've definitely not been worse in these last 10 minutes. So they need to keep this up, and hopefully they can bring this game back. Barcelona not looking too dangerous at the minute. You know, last 5-10 minutes, they've not been very dangerous at all. They've been defending more than they've been attacking. Mallorca have definitely putting on more the pressure. Lamine Yamal just trying to dribble past the players here. No good. It's a foul for Mallorca. A foul on Samu Costa here. Foul committed by Lamine Yamal. Just trying to dribble past, just clips him there. Accidentally trying to recover the ball. But as I said, the Barcelona players just gone quiet all of a sudden, and that's definitely great news for Real Mallorca. so they can hopefully bring this game back. It's a free kick here for Real Mallorca. Looks like he's just going to cross it in the box here. Puts the cross in, no good. Cleared by Barcelona. Samu Costa just couldn't keep the ball for his team there. Now here come FC Barcelona on the counter-attack. Rafinha into Ferran. Ferran taking the touch, going long, and just kicking it out. That was a very close effort there. Real Mallorca are lucky not to be 2-0 down. It was an excellent passing from Rafinha into Ferran. Ferran's touch just going a bit too wide, just a bit too heavy for him. And the shot was just, he didn't have enough time to get the shot on. The angle was too tight, but it was an excellent effort there from Ferran Torres. Very unlucky here. Now Mallorca with the goal kick. Mallorca just playing short into Pablo Maffeo. Pablo Maffeo playing it down the wing. Barcelona just getting the ball back, and I believe it's a foul here from Real Mallorca on Iñigo Martinez. It's been a very good display from both sides. Now we can't forget that Real Mallorca have some very important players to bring on from the bench here. As I said, big names like Kai Larin, Dani Rodriguez, Abdon Prats, and many more big names. But if we do look at FC Barcelona's bench, they also have some very big names to bring on. You know, Robert Lewandowski on that bench here. And he is the maximum goal scorer for LaLiga with 15 goals, a decent amount of number for the 19 matches Barcelona have played. Now Barcelona just putting on the pressure here now, playing it short in Mallorca's half, not letting Mallorca get that ball. Pedri just stepping on the ball, not sure what to do here, playing back here into Iñigo Martinez. Iñigo Martinez opening up to Rafinha, no, sorry, to Balde. Balde just playing back here. Barcelona looking to switch sides with the ball here. Koundé playing it back to the center backs. Barcelona just holding the ball here. I just think they maybe might want to hold back a bit more. As they are winning this game, they don't need to go for anything at the minute. The first half, I think they want to end the first half 1-0. I don't think they want to risk anything too much. So I think they should play a bit more defensive in these last 10, maybe 8, 7 minutes to go. Long ball here into Balde. Balde trying to put it across in, no good. Blocked by Pablo Maffeo, and it's a foul here by Rafinha on the Mallorcan player. Yeah, it was definitely a foul. He did use his arms to push him down there. Barcelona just picking up the rhythm a bit more there, getting the ball a bit more. But as I said, Mallorca, I think, still actually looking better these last few minutes. They just need to look out for those counterattacks because FC Barcelona are very dangerous on those counterattacks. Roman here to take the goal kick, the Mallorcan keeper, who hasn't actually started in his last recent games, but he has been doing spectacular this game. A very important save when they crossed it into Ferran Torres here. Sergi Dere just trying to get the ball here. No good. Open it out to Rafinha. Rafinha on the edge of the box. Playing it into Ferran. Ferran's touch just going too wide here on the edge of the box here. Pedri just playing it back. Marc Casado playing into Lamin now, taking it down the right-hand side. It was a very dangerous chance there for FC Barcelona, but again, just couldn't get the shot off. Again, Ferran Torres, his touch just going a bit too wide. You think it's something he needs to work on. But as I said, they do have Lewandowski on the bench. Dani Olmo taking the shot, no good. Blocked by Antonio Raillo. Marc Casado playing back here now. Barcelona just taking the ball down that left-hand side, down to Balde. Balde certainly playing more offensive than defensive here at the minute. Barcelona playing it back to Iñaki Peña. Iñaki Peña opening it up now, down the left-hand side, playing it long. Ball no good. Ball being given back here to Real Mallorca. Now what can Real Mallorca do here? And no good. Ball again, just gone too long. gone to Iñaki Peña just to pick it up and just to play from out from the back very calmly. I just think Barcelona are just going to hold on till the first half ends. They definitely do not want to concede a goal here before the first half ends. As I said, I just think Ferran Torres, just something he needs to work on is his touch. He's been losing that ball so often. It's a lovely effort here from Real Mallorca. Samu Costa just trying to play it through and pass gone short. I do believe it was offside anyway. Again, another offside here for Real Mallorca. They have been caught in offside 4 or 5 times. It's clearly it's miles offside there. Just the Mallorcan players just can't seem to keep patient, just trying to rush the ball on forward, trying to rush on the offense. I just think they need to be more patient here with the ball. They have had great chances here so far. Again, the referee's just blowing the whistle a bit too late. You know, players can't get injured, players can't get hurt, and it's controversial. Sergi Darder through here. Maffeo just trying to play it back here into Real Mallorca's first goal here. What a goal here, ladies and gentlemen. It is a first goal. I think it is going to be checked for offside. For now, there's no sides offside. Pablo Maffeo with the lovely goal here. Just before the end of the first half, just like the last time out here, getting a goal just before the end of the first half. It's a lovely tapping goal here from Pablo Maffeo. Hopefully it is not offside. Hopefully it does stand. What a goal here from Pablo Maffeo. It's a lovely play here from Mallorca. Now they're just going to check here to see if it is offside. I don't believe it is. It's a lovely goal here. What a goal. Pablo Maffeo just playing it through. It's a lovely assist here just for Verat Muriqi, the Pirate, just to tap it in. What a goal here, ladies and gentlemen. A lovely pass from Pablo Maffeo, and all Verat Muriqi has to do is tap it in the back of the net. Coming back from suspension here, this is a great start for Verat Muriqi. Now, 3 goals for LaLiga this season. He will be taking that top spot with Dani Rodriguez, and both of them will be tied in the top goal scorer this season. Now they are checking for a potential offside here. I don't think it is offside. It does not look like offside to me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think it will be given as offside, but you never know. It has been given. It is a goal. The goal will stand here. What a goal by Muriqi, ladies and gentlemen. A lovely play. And as I said, if Mallorca can get the goal before the first half and they are back in, just like last time out here at Valencia on Friday, they scored around the 42nd minute, exactly as they have done now. They just seem to be good at getting those goals before the end of the first half. This is a massive goal here for Real Mallorca. A massive moment, and this stadium has just lit up all of a sudden. What a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Ball here for Mojica. Mojica trying to put in the cross. No good. Mojica. Antonio Sanchez on the edge of the box now with Samu Costa. Samu Costa just losing the ball here. They do want to watch out. FC Barcelona on the counter-attack now. Pedri losing the ball, and it has been given a foul by Real Mallorca. It is FC Barcelona will be disappointed with themselves, I think, this first half. You know, all they had to do was hold on those few minutes, but they just could not do it, and it will be difficult to bring the game back now for FC Barcelona. As I said, Mallorca, a very good defensive side when it comes to playing home, and not an easy side to beat playing at Son Moix, as we can see here with the current result. It's a massive moment here for Verat Muriqi and for Pablo Maffeo, who Pablo Maffeo has been having an excellent game so far. You know, you got to give it to him. Now here comes Balde down the wing. Balde trying to play it in short, no good. Cleared by Pablo Maffeo with a lovely overhead kick. Pedri getting the ball back on the edge of the box here, trying to play it through to Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo just getting the ball back here, trying to play it through to Ferran. Ferran claiming a penalty and is not being given. The referee is not having it. They're taking a look here. It's definitely not a penalty. That is no way it looks like a penalty to me. I think Ferran just bumps into him, but there's not much going on there. It is not a foul in any way. Playing it back to Leo Roman. Leo Roman just clearing it up. Mallorca, again, just looking the stronger side at the minute. This is exactly what Real Mallorca want to do this match. They have just been consistent in these last 10 to 15 minutes. Real Mallorca gained the ball back now, playing it through to Mojica. Mojica down the left-hand side here. Mojica just putting in the cross, cleared by the FC Barcelona player. Samu Costa picking up the ball into Pablo Maffeo. Pablo Maffeo trying to put in the cross. Cross no good. Cross just gone too short. Íñigo Martinez just clearing it here. And there goes Koundé clearing the ball. Oh, but what a mistake here from Real Mallorca. What a mistake here. And what a save by Leo Roman. What a massive save here. Ferran picking up the ball here again. Just clearing it. Just going wide from Lamine Yamal. What a massive save there from Leo Roman. Ladies and gentlemen, what a match we have in our hands. A massive mistake here from Rayo, the Mallorcan centre-back. And look at that save from Leo Roman. What a save here. Just saving Real Mallorca from going down. It was a massive chance for Rafinha, who could not manage to put it in the back of the net. A massive mistake there from Rayo. They're just taking a look here. It was not offside for the Mallorcan goal. Just taking a look back here. But what a moment for Leo Roman to get that massive save. And then Lamine Yamal just picking up the rebound and just putting it wide of the net. What a moment. And that, I do believe that is halftime, ladies and gentlemen. What a moment we had there, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot get enough of this match. Don't go anywhere, because this is just the first half. We have an exciting second half coming up here soon. What a save there from Leo Roman. Rafinha had a massive chance to put their team ahead to go into the second half, but Leo Roman just stepping up and putting that foot in and getting an amazing save. You know, despite that mistake, has been very good. Now, we've still got a massive second half to come. We're going to do a short break, and we're going to be back here very soon. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We've got an amazing second half to come. Don't go anywhere. We're just going to go on a short break.
Disfrutar de los mejores paisajes desde el metaverso. Sumergiros en un mar de realidad virtual. Hacer deporte con vuestros avatares. La inteligencia artificial predice vuestros gustos. De hecho, no tenéis que estar cerca para pasar tiempo juntos. Es maravilloso, ¿no os parece?
Le dije a estos, ¿ustedes quieren algo grande? Estar en la antesala de ello.
Te pones en la situación llegando al estadio, viendo a tu familia, a todos los aficionados del Mallorca, y se te ponen los pelos de punta.
From the first day I came here, everything went wrong.
Él estaba liquidado, física y mentalmente. Liquidado. Y entonces se me ocurrió que merecía jugar. Y lo puse en la copa.
¿No tienes personalidad suficiente para decirle a este tío que no haga eso?
Y al final tuve que internet, a ver, yo mando, cabrón, cállate ya, cállate ya.
¡Joder! ¡Joder!
estás flojo sin quitarme está en el baño. Hostia, cabrón. Por eso decía que no.
Robert me sents? Estic broma. Pues ya estamos aquí de nuevo después de esta intensa.
We're back here, ladies and gentlemen, after that very intense after that very intense first half. what a first half we have had here at the Estadi de Son Moix. Now, a very, very equal first half, you could say, from both teams, with Mallorca equalizing just before the end of the first half in the 42nd minute. Fun fact, they have equalized in the 42nd minute, and last home match they had last Friday, they also equalized in the 42nd, 43rd minute. So they are a fan of scoring within that minute. Now, just before the end of the first half here, FC Barcelona did have the chance to equalize here. Rafinha through with a lovely ball from a mistake from one of the Mallorcan defenders, and Rafinha running through one-on-one and goal, and an amazing save from the Mallorcan goalkeeper Leo Ramon. Now, FC Barcelona have been so close to equalizing, but they just could not get that chance, and they did manage to concede just before the end of the first half, which may cost them a whole lot more problems. Now, if we're talking about each team who has been better, I could say within the first 20 minutes, Barcelona were flying through Real Mallorca. I mean, they were just constantly pressing, they constantly had the possession, and, you know, Mallorca were getting one or two counterattacks, but they couldn't manage to get the final steps. And so I would say that Real Barcelona were better in that point. I'm getting word here that we might get through to the correspondent now. I'm just trying to hear now if there's going to be any substitutes in this second half. I'm getting word here that for the moment there's going to be no substitutes made to go into the second half, but the correspondent does believe that the Mallorcan manager Jacoba will make some substitutes later on in the match. As he said, there are some very important players on the bench out there tonight. You know, you've got players like Dani Hernandez and Kai Larin on the bench. Abdon Prats, very important players to the squad. You know, goal scorers for the squad. So they're definitely players that you're going to want to consider bringing on in the future. But as I said, again, no substitutes for either team in this first half. But in the second half, I'm sure further on there will be substitutes made. Now, as I was saying earlier, within the first 20 minutes, I do believe Real Mallorca were definitely falling short. FC Barcelona were looking a lot more stronger. They did get that first goal, which was a massive mistake from the Real Mallorca defenders. Johan Mojica just trying to clear the ball away, and unfortunately hits one of the Real Mallorca centre backs, and the ball does fall short for Ferran Torres to just put the ball, tap it away in the back of the net. So unfortunately, Real Mallorca giving away a mistake of a goal. You know, you can't really say that Barcelona earned that first goal, because they definitely didn't, but Ferran Torres was there at the right time and they managed to bring it back. I see the Barcelona players just walking back on the pitch now. They didn't take too long to have a few words there in the bench. Now we're just waiting for the Real Mallorca players to come back out. But I do believe from the 20th minute to the 40th minute, I do believe that Barcelona were decent, but Mallorca just started putting up the pressure a bit more, and Mallorca were looking like the better side, and eventually they did equalize. Now, you can't take anything away. FC Barcelona had the chance to equalize, but they missed a massive chance. Well, they didn't miss it, sorry. Leo Roman made a massive save, and Lamine Yamal couldn't put away the rebound. I'm getting word from the correspondent here. We just can't seem to get through to our correspondent. Sorry here, ladies and gentlemen, we just can't get through to him. There's massive problems with the signal. But as I said, no substitutes for either teams. The Real Mallorca squad coming out here of the tunnel. Barcelona squad is already on the pitch, ready to go. So we're going to get going any minute now. Do not go anywhere. We have a very, very exciting second half to come up here. We're just seconds away from kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere, because it's going to be a great match here. No changes for either sides, but as I said, I do think they both will make substitutes later on within the second half. You know, Barcelona have massive players on the bench, including Lewandowski, the maximum goal scorer for LaLiga, and who knows, if he comes on, he just might get the brace that Barcelona need. And looking at Real Mallorca substitutes, massive names, Dani Rodriguez, the most goals and most assists for this team, and Abdon Prats and Kyle Ladin, and much more important players. We're going to get kickoff is now on the way. Barcelona just playing it back to Iñaki Peña here. Iñaki Peña, sorry, not Peña. And I do think Real Mallorca are actually going for the victory here tonight. I don't believe they're going for a draw. I don't believe they're going to hold back. I think they're going all out. I think they're trying to get that win here tonight. And Barcelona will not be content with a draw or a loss. They will definitely need to go for the win here tonight. Now Barcelona just playing it down the left-hand side into Balle. Balle into Rafinha, putting in the cross, no good. Goal kick here for Real Mallorca. But yes, as I said, I just think Mallorca need to be brave, need to be confident, and you can't give it to them. From the 30th minute, I'd say above, Real Mallorca have been nothing but confident. They've been pressing, you know, they've been brave. And that's what you need today. You can't be shy in games like this. You need to try shooting. You need to try getting the best of these players. Now, Barcelona taking the corner here, cleared into the edge of the box. Lamine Yamal in the edge of the box here. Takes a fake. Tries the shot on. Ball just gone wide over the crossbar. Excellent effort again here from Lamine Yamal. Now, he is missing his shots, but at least he is the one taking them on and trying them. I just feel like this Barcelona squad here tonight has been so shy. They've not been taking the ball on, trying 1v1s, taking shots on. They've just been shy. You know, they have the quality to do so, and they're not doing so. So I think that's what Barcelona need to get back in the squad. And of course, they still have a player like Robert Lewandowski on the bench. Now, Barcelona just playing from the back here into Marc Casado. Marc Casado being fouled by the Mallorcan striker here. Sorry, the attack in mid. Koundé just pressing up now, playing it back. And pass no good, gone right into Samu Costa. Samu Costa just kicking up, trying to give it down to Muriqi. Muriqi couldn't get his foot on it. Back to Iñaki Peña. This Mallorcan squad looking very strong tonight. You know, we did say they would come off confident because they did win their last 2 games. But of course, you can't be too confident against a team like FC Barcelona. I know you can be so confident, but you just know what type of players they have on their side. But that did not shy Mallorca here tonight. It is 1-1 here currently at Son Moix. The atmosphere is amazing. The fans are definitely doing their part. So Mallorca have every chance to win this, just like Barcelona do. And if we do look at Barcelona's last matchups, they have lost their last 3 games against not so big teams. You know, they lost against Las Palmas just a few days back. Hold on here. Cubarsí got the ball here, and it's a foul for Barcelona on Muriqi. Sorry, as I was saying, if you do look at Barcelona's last matches, you know, just a few days back out, they lost against Las Palmas. And, you know, last week out, Mallorca played against Las Palmas, and they did beat them. And Barcelona are playing home, Mallorca playing away. So you do look and you do say, okay, if this is happening, then why could Real Mallorca not beat a team like Barcelona? And that's why they're proving it to us here tonight. Balle just playing short into the edge of the box. Into Ferran. Ferran taking the shot and just missing that first post, just going out wide. It's an excellent shot here from Ferran. And again, Mallorca lucky not to be behind with that chance. It was an excellent effort from Ferran there. Just taking on to his left, just missing that first post. Just need to be a bit more accurate with that. You know, it did look like Leo Roman had it covered, but if that was going on target, I do not think he was saving that. So again, decent effort there from Football Club Barcelona, but Mallorca need to stay on their toes here. Now it's a goal kick here for Leo Roman. Leo Roman just booting it up. into that left-hand side. But as I was saying, you know, it's definitely a possibility here for Mallorca to win tonight if we're looking at the past fixtures. And although Mallorca, when they did play against Las Palmas, they did have 71% possession. Not only that, 27 shots. You know, you could say they did dominate them. Other people would say, oh, they were lucky to not get with the win and this and that. But at the end of the day, they still lost and Real Mallorca won. So, looking at these possibilities, why would it be impossible for Mallorca to win here tonight? They're definitely not shy of trying to get that goal, and the fans aren't shy of playing their part. Now the Barcelona player being taken down here on the edge of the box. I do believe it is a foul for Barcelona and a yellow card for Rayo here, the Mallorcan centre-back captain. It's a foul just on the edge of the box. Ferran Torres has been hit here. I just think he got hit on the elbow on his mouth area. He just got elbowed there by Rayo. Yes, he does clip him. You can't argue that it's not a foul. Lots of fans claiming it wasn't a foul, but the contact was there. He does clip him. Whether if he hit him hard enough or no, we do not know. Rayo just not happy with the referee for giving that free kick. I actually don't think it was a free kick, but the contact is there, so the foul has been given. It looks like Rafinha might be taking the free kick here, or maybe Dani Olmo. I think Rafinha usually takes the free kicks on the edge of the box. It looks like he is going to hit this. This is a very, very risky free kick here, just on the edge of the box. Leo Roman, of course, you can't take it away. He's had an excellent game here tonight, making an excellent save just before the end of the first half, saving his team from that goal. Dani Olmo and Rafinha both stepping up to take the free kick. I do not know who's going to take it. I think Rafinha might hit it with his left. Again, I'm not sure who's going to take it. Mallorca just putting a player under the wall there in case they try and hit it under. You can feel the nerves here at Son Mosh. All the fans whistling for Rafinha to miss. It's a very important free kick here for Barcelona. You can feel the nerves in here. Referee blowing his whistle here. I think Rafinha's going to be taking the free kick. Rafinha taking the free. An excellent save by Leo Roman again. What a match this goalkeeper is having. Rafinha just curled it into that left bottom corner, but Leo Roman stretching out and getting there on time. What a match this goalkeeper is having, Leo Roman. You know, a lot of people doubted, including me. We're just having a look at the replay. Lovely save. To be fair, Leo Roman was already on that side, but he had to get down on time. But what a game this goalkeeper is having. You know, we did have our doubts because he hadn't started in a few games, and all of a sudden he was starting against a big team like Football Club Barcelona. But he is showing here that he is definitely worthy to be in that starting lineup. I do believe he was injured for some time, but, you know, to start all of a sudden like that against a big team like that is definitely a big step. Now Mallorca just playing back here, just playing it short down the wing. It is offside, clear offside there. That's another offside for Real Mallorca. I believe they've had about 6 offsides now. Just can't seem to hold on to the play, Mallorca. Maybe rushing the play a bit too much. I'm not actually sure if that was offside or not. It looked like he was in his own half, but the referee has given the offside call. In Koundé to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal just playing back to the centre backs here. Mallorca definitely not shy of pressing. We have Muriqi here just pressing up front, and the rest of the Mallorcan squad pushing with him. Iñigo Martinez just playing it long here into Iñaki Peña. Leo Roman just asking his players to calm down here, that we do not need to rush. As I said, I do think Mallorca are going for the win tonight, but they certainly would not mind a draw here tonight against a big team like this. It's definitely an important result. Now, Barcelona on the counter-attack here, free ball into Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal just can't seem to get on the edge of it, and he's claiming a penalty. And the referee has given a penalty here for Football Club Barcelona. a penalty on Lamine Yamal, and the Mallorcan defender has been booked. Now, it did not look like a penalty to me. They are checking for a potential offside here. That's definitely not offside on Lamine Yamal here. It does not look like a penalty to me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure if that is a penalty there, ladies and gentlemen. It's definitely a controversial decision here. He does clip him in the back of the leg, to be fair. I did think it was just a shoulder-to-shoulder contact, but he does clip him in the back of the leg. So it's going to be a penalty here. Lamine Yamal getting the penalty, and Johan Mojica picking up the yellow card here for the penalty. Rafinha taking the penalty here. Can Leo Roman get the save again? He's already saved some important chances. Can he save his team yet one more time? Rafinha stepping up to the penalty here. Such an important result. Rafinha taking the penalty, and it's a goal here from Rafinha. Leo Roman almost getting to that penalty. It's such a shame here for Real Mallorca. You know, it was an excellent shot there from Rafinha. Just kicking it into that bottom right corner. Leo Roman diving the right way, but just couldn't get his hand on it. The shot was too powerful. It's such a shame here for Real Mallorca. They looked like the stronger side, and just to give it away this penalty has to be such a shame, but they cannot be disappointed in themselves. They have to pick themselves back up. They have to keep on going confident. Johan Mojica really not happy with his teammates here, giving a rough shout at Manu Morales, as we can see in the replay here. Leo Roman just diving the right way, but the penalty was just too powerful, too bottom corner for Leo Roman to get on it. So unlucky. It's a great penalty there from Rafinha, and it's such a shame for Real Mallorca to give away the penalty like this. As you can see, Johan Mojica really not happy with his teammate here. It's such a shame here for Real Mallorca to give away the lead like this. And I mean, if we do look, they did look like the better side as well. But again, I do think it was a penalty. He does clip him in the back of the leg. I did think it was just shoulder to shoulder, but that was not the case. He clips him in the back of the leg. So here we go, kickoff now. There's about 23 minutes to go till the end of this match. Mallorca are definitely not out of this. They can still keep in it. Now Mallorca will have a drop in confidence, but they just have to keep on going and push the most they can. Lovely cross here into Muriqi. Muriqi just missing it right on the edge of the box. What a shame, ladies and gentlemen. It was a lovely cross there into Muriqi, and Muriqi just hitting it too wide with the diving header. Reminded me of Van Persie. It was miles offside anyways, ladies and gentlemen. It was a lovely ball from Mojica there into Muriqi, but Muriqi definitely was miles offside there. Lovely header again from Muriqi, just unlucky to not get it on target. I do think that is Muriqi's special point, is the headers. You know, he's such a tall, strong man. He's good at bringing that ball down. He's good at getting ahead in the ball. If you put a corner in, he'll get it. If you put a cross in, he'll get it. I definitely think Mallorca have to look for Muriqi's strong points, which is the heading component. Aerial attacks, he is the best thing at. Now Marc Casado just getting the ball back here for Barcelona. Barcelona counter-attack. It looks like a foul here for Barcelona on Balde. Barcelona now just getting the hand on Mallorca, as I do think Mallorca, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, as I do think Mallorca have had such a short confidence boost there now, as they gave away that penalty. Barcelona just making the most of Real Mallorca now. Pedri to put in the cross, I believe, for Football Club Barcelona. Pedri just putting it in on the edge of the box, just gone wide there. Goal kick there for Leo Roman. Lovely header there from Dani Olmo. He was on his own, not a single man marking him, but the ball's just gone wide. Now Leo Roman playing short here. Mallorca are going to play from at the back. Football Club Barcelona really pressing Mallorca here, not letting them play from at the back easily.
Lo vi un poco apagado y yo creo que allí con Valeri, a Dani Rodríguez también por como
59 minutes in now. Barcelona getting the ball back there, just cross in, but no good. 59 minutes in now. Not a single substitute made yet for Real Mallorca or for Barcelona. Pedri just picking up the yellow card there for fouling Mallorca on the counter-attack. It looks like it was Sergi Derder there on the counter-attack. Pedri just grabbing his shirt, and he will be booked for that incident. Sergi Derder taking the free kick fast. Mallorca on the counter here, trying to cross it in. No good. It's going to be a throw-in here for Real Mallorca. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, 60 minutes in, not a single substitute made. Surely one of these two teams is looking to make the change soon. Putting the ball in for Muriqi here. Muriqi just bringing it down. It's a lovely touch, playing it back, taking the shot on, and it is blocked. It's offside. No good anyways. It was a lovely touch there from Velat Muriqi to bring the ball down. As I just said a few minutes ago, that's his specialty point. That's what they need to go for. He's good at the aerials. He's good at bringing the ball down. And as you can see, a lovely touch here. Brings it down with calm despite having players on him. I just think that's what Mallorca need to look for more if they want to get the equalizing goal here. Now, Barcelona just playing from out the back here. One thing you can't take away from Mallorca is they have had to play a lot of hold on. Barcelona on the counter-attack here. Mallorca not knowing what to do. Pedri just holding the ball. Pedri playing out to Dani Olmo here. Dani Olmo on the edge of the box, playing out to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal putting in the cross, and no good. Cleared by Real Mallorca defenders. Samu Costa just trying to get the ball here. Looks like he's fouled by Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal disagreeing with the foul there, telling him to get up. And Samu Costa does look hurt here. Sorry, not Samu Costa. Johan Mojica does look hurt. He's on the ground here. The Mallorca manager, Jacob Asate, just asking his men to calm down here, to not get too nervous that they need to bring this back here. It's such a shame because if we really look at the overall of the match, Barcelona have not had too much to score goals. You know, they've had one poor clearance from Johan Mojica, who bounced off a defender to get an easy tap in, and a very unfortunate penalty. Also from Johan Mojica, you can say he's really had a tough game here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a throw-in for Mallorca here. Samu Costa just booting it up here. Sergi Derede just getting the ball back for Real Mallorca now. Such a shame. And if we do look at the stats, Real Mallorca have had so many offsides this game. You know, if they were just that bit more patient, then they could really get through a lot more than they have this game. It's a counter-attack here for Muriqi. Muriqi taking on the shot, and it's just gone wide again. It was an excellent chance there for Real Mallorca. I'm getting word here, it might have been offside potentially. Yes, it was definitely offside here. But again, just like I said just a few minutes ago, so many offsides here for Real Mallorca. If they could just be that bit more patient, they could really get through with some serious chances. And of course, Velat Muriqi with an excellent shot, but just couldn't get it on target. Real Mallorca really doing well, putting on the pressure here in Barcelona, looking like they don't really know what to do. They're being really lethal with these counter-attacks, and just playing that long ball down the wing. If they could just get those crosses into Velat Muriqi, then I really think they stand a chance of getting the equalizer here. Now Barcelona players just looking a bit tired here. As I said, none of these teams have made substitutions yet. The Barcelona players look like they're feeling that. Mallorca just playing back here to Leo Roman. Leo Roman just booting it up. as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, Mallorca have also had so many matches in a row. Their players have to be tired. You know, just last Friday they were playing here at home. Now they're playing here this Tuesday, and they have another match this Friday coming up. So that is 3 matches in the space of 1 week, which is definitely a lot of football for a club. Barcelona just on the counter-attack here now. Dani Olmo with the ball here in the edge of the box. Stop. Playing it back to Pedri. Pedri just playing it back now. Not trying to rush it into anything. Looks like Real Mallorca getting ready to make a substitute here. I'm getting word that Dani Rodriguez is getting ready to come on soon. A very important player for this squad, who actually did score last time Mallorca played away and is the maximum goal scorer for this squad at the minute, tied with Velat Muriqi. Lamin just recovering the ball there, and they just can't keep it in play. It's going to be throw-in here for Football Club Barcelona. Mallorca getting ready to make a substitute very soon. As I said, Dani Rodriguez to come on very soon here for Real Mallorca. Koundé to take the throw-in for Football Club Barcelona, playing it short. Just taking a lovely touch here. No foul on the Barcelona player. Real Mallorca on the counter-attack here. Counter-attack stopped because the Real Mallorca player is just playing it back. Switching it now to the left-hand side. Lovely ball here. Johan Mojica with the ball. Johan Mojica putting in the ball. Gone way, way too wide. Johan Mojica just hitting that ball all the way over to the second corner. Just a bit too high. But this is the type of play I think that they want to approach if they want to get the equalizer. You know, balls down the wing. And then as soon as they get that ball on the wing, just crossing into Velat Muriqi. Dani Rodriguez coming on now for Sergi Darder. Sergi Darder coming on for Dani Rodriguez, and Robert Navarro coming on for Valerie here for Real Mallorca. Robert Navarro and Dani Rodriguez coming on for Sergi Darder and for Valerie, in case you didn't hear that. 2 big players for Real Mallorca who started actually last Friday and last week out against Las Palmas. So 2 very important players, you know. I do believe they were on the bench maybe for playing too many minutes. They could have been tired. So they should make a massive impact on this game here tonight. 67 minutes in. It was about 23 minutes to go in this match. So hopefully they could bring a goal for Real Mallorca and bring this match back. Counter-attack here. Iñaki Piña coming out just to clear the ball. It's going to be a throw-in for Real Mallorca here. As the Spanish side of the commentators are saying, just like I said just a few minutes ago, you know, Mallorca have had so many matches. They played last Friday, they played this Tuesday, they're playing next Friday as well. So that's 3 matches in 1 week. So that's why I do believe these important players are on the bench tonight, so they can rest for this Friday coming up. And despite Real Mallorca not coming out with their usual starting 11, you just can't see how well they've been doing here tonight. As I said, they were unlucky to not be leading in this match, to conceding those 2 goals. Antonio Sanchez down here again. Just Iñaki Peña just coming out. He's definitely on his toes. He's going to need to coming out a lot more as Mallorca are playing these long balls. Inigo Martinez playing through the back now. Mallorca starting to put the pressure on a lot more than they have been. You know, these last 10 minutes, they've definitely been trying to get that second goal, dominating here. They've been excellent. Barcelona looking a little bit lost. I think it's time for Football Club Barcelona to make the substitutions. You know, they just want to calm the game down, maybe go a bit more defensive now, unless they bring in Robert Lewandowski, of course, who is the maximum goal scorer, if they want to go for another goal. Lovely touch here from Pedri. Casado playing it short here to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal back to Casado. Casado playing through the middle into Pedri. Dani Olmo, lovely pass into Ferran, and they just could not connect the wall here. and Ferran just giving an invalid pass, tried to give it into Dani Olmo, but the pass was just gone too long. Ferran Torres definitely not had the greatest game here tonight. Despite scoring the first goal, you know, he did have a you could say easy goal. It was a tap in that came off a rebound, but I don't believe he's been playing at his best tonight. Antonio Sanchez with the ball here, getting fouled by the FC Barcelona player. It's going to be a free kick here for Real Mallorca. Antonio Sanchez just on the ground. Looks like he has been clipped by Balde here. Looks like Barcelona are going to be making 2 substitutions here very soon. Here are Real Mallorca down the wing, crossing it in, trying to get it into Muriqi, but no good. Samu Costa just hitting it way too wide, hitting it way over, and it's going to be a goal kick here for FC Barcelona. I'm getting word here that he's actually given a corner. He is given a corner, yes, for Real Mallorca, even though it didn't really look like a corner to me, but it has been given. We're going to see the corner. As I said, Real Mallorca, one of the best teams at set pieces this season. Putting in, no good. Ball just being cleared there by Lamine Yamal. Real Mallorca going to play from out the back here. Lovely high ball into the right-hand side here. Samu Costa playing it short into Dani Rodriguez, taking the shot just over the crossbar there. It was a lovely effort there from Dani Rodriguez. Just from the short pass into Samu Costa for Dani Rodriguez to turn around and hit it on the edge of the box with his left foot. Almost getting it in there. It was a lovely effort there from Dani Rodriguez. Just hitting it too wide. Just couldn't get the curl that he wanted on that shot. Now we have Frankie de Jong coming on here for Dani Olmo and Pau Victor coming on here for Ferran Torres. Frankie de Jong, you know, what a player. He's been given the captain armband here. Such an amazing player. It's such a shame he has been out for so long due to injuries, but he's back on here tonight. A lovely player. And of course, Pau also coming on for Ferran Torres. Also a very important player, a young player here for Barcelona. That, yes, as they were saying, Dani Olmo did look very tired. Also, Barcelona, not only Real Mallorca have a lot of matches this week, but Barcelona have also played quite a few matches too. And as I said, they are also a game ahead, which means they played a game more than everyone else. So he does look tired. Foul here by Velat Muriqi on the FC Barcelona centre-back. Lewandowski just seen warming up there with all the other players now. Could he be brought out tonight? We can now hear our correspondent on the pitch. We've got through with him. We have Abdon Larin and Javi Abres all warming up at the minute. We also have Mateo Llama warming up and Mascarell also warming up for Real Mallorca, so quite a few players there. I'm getting word here that from the correspondent that Jacob Arrasate is just looking to see, analyzing to see what he can do to take damage off of Yago Arrasate. And it's a goal here for Barcelona. A cross into Rafinha. Rafinha just getting his toe on the end of it. What a shame. What a ending here for Real Mallorca. It was just a cross into here from Lamine Yamal, just right into Rafinha, for Rafinha just to put it in the back of the net. You could say an easy finish there. I mean, what has just happened there, ladies and gentlemen? We take our eyes away from the ball 1 second and that happened. I mean, how has that happened? We're going to look at the replay here. Ball just goes in wide to Lamine Yamal. Wow. What a Travella pass there from Rafinha. Sorry, from Lamine Yamal into Rafinha for him just to tap away with his left foot. You have to appreciate this kid and how good he has become. Watch a Travella pass just in the outside of the foot into Rafinha there. The Mallorca centre-back Rayo just couldn't get to it, just falling short. And it just fell in for Rafinha to just tap it in. I mean, look at this pass, ladies and gentlemen. I do think Johan Mojica should have closed him out sooner. You know, Johan Mojica really not having a good game here, ladies and gentlemen. And not to put the blame on anyone, but all the goals have come from his side at the minute. You know, he did give away the penalty, and then the first goal where he tried to clear it, it hit the defender, and then this goal coming from Lamine Yamal on his side, where we should have really closed him down. It's such a shame here for Mallorca to give away this match like this. 3 for FC Barcelona and 1 for Real Mallorca. Such a shame. It's just those little details that Real Mallorca are missing to get the win here tonight. I mean, if he would have closed Lamine Yamal out, just that little detail, it would have stopped him from getting that easy cross in. Sorry, not easy. I'm not taking credit because I couldn't do that. From getting that lovely cross in. And it's just such a shame for this match to end here. Well, it's not over. There is still, of course, 15 minutes to go, but it's definitely not looking like a possibility for Real Mallorca to bring this match back. They would have to get 2 goals here in the space of 15 minutes, and offensively, Real Mallorca are not one of the best teams. They are better defensively. Of course, Real Mallorca do still have substitutions to make here, some important players. It looks like there's a substitute being made as we speak. Looks like 2 Mallorcan players here. Looks like one of them is Mateu Jaume. I'm not sure who the other player is. I'm just trying to say Kai Larin and Mateu Jaume. Looks like they're going to be coming on now. Barcelona on the counter-attack here, just playing a wide ball out. Lovely block there. It's going to be a corner for Barcelona. It was a shot by Lamine and just blocked there by Pablo Maffeo. It's going to be a corner for Barcelona. Now it looks like Mallorca are actually making 3 substitutes. It looks like Adon Prats, Kai Larin, and Mateu Jaume all coming on at the same time here for Real Mallorca. It's going to be a corner here for Barcelona here. Football Club Barcelona just taking the corner, falling short on the edge of the box. Mallorca just trying to pass it on to get the counter-attack, and the pass just falls short. Now ball for Leo Roman. Leo Roman deciding what to do. He was playing short, playing from at the back here. 77 minutes in here, ladies and gentlemen. 13 minutes plus extra time to go. Can Real Mallorca bring this back? I mean, it's not impossible, but it's definitely not going to be easy here. Substitutes are going to be made here. Pablo Maffeo coming off for Real Mallorca for Mateu Jaume. Velat Muriqi and Johan Mojica also coming off for Adon Prats and Kai Larin. Those are the substitutes being made here for Real Mallorca.
Y Mateu Jaume son los jugadores que entran. ¿Qué crees que busca con estos cambios, Jovan? Goal, porque los hombres que vienen.
I just think Real Mallorca are going to be going for, I mean, they have nothing to lose at this point. You know, based on their substitutes, it looks like they're going to be going all out for a goal. I think they're just going to want to go all out attack, you know, here. There's just nothing to lose now. 12 minutes to go. They might want to go for this. Again, another lovely Travella pass there from Lamine Yamal, falling on the edge of the box and taking these shots here. It was an easy tap in for Frenkie de Jong, and Barcelona scoring another goal. Barcelona now leading 4-1. How have Real Mallorca let this match slip from their hands? It is such a shame here for Real Mallorca. Again, what a player Lamine Yamal is. Just getting that, again, just another Travella pass with his left foot into Rafinha. Rafinha taking the shot there. The goalkeeper saving it, and it just fell to Luc de Jong to just make, sorry, Frankie de Jong to just make the tap in here. Looking at this replay, what another pass from Lamine Yamal. You just have to appreciate how good this kid is. Pau Victor putting in the cross into trying to find Rafinha, could not find Rafinha. Rayo just blocking the cross, and Frankie de Jong just, it falls to his feet. He just comes running in and smashes it in. You know, just a few yards out from the net. It was hard to miss that one. Now 4-1 here for FC Barcelona. You know, it's such a shame for Real Mallorca to let this game slip from their hands. They were doing so well up until about the 60th minute. I would say it was looking like they were going to bring it back, but they just let the game slip from their hands. But despite the result, you cannot be ashamed at Real Mallorca for what they have done this season. You know, 24 points sitting at 6 on the table. No one can be ashamed of Real Mallorca here, despite this bad result here today. You know, I can feel the stadium has gone quiet now. The fans have definitely gone quiet now. It's almost like the fans saying we're disappointed in you to Real Mallorca, but as I said, I don't think they should be too disappointed here tonight. You know, they've had a great season. They should be proud of how well they were playing this match. Pau Victor taking the shot on here from far, and the ball's gone out. It's such a, as my partner is saying here, it's such a shame because, you know, it's not like Barcelona were dominating this match to be winning 4-1. It's definitely not a 4-1 result, or at least it doesn't feel like it. Mallorca were definitely putting in their fights, you know, and it definitely doesn't deserve to be 4-1. Barcelona making some substitutes now. Gavi coming on here, and Eric Garcia also coming on here for Barcelona. One thing my partner is also mentioning here is that Real Mallorca don't usually play on weekdays, whereas Barcelona are a team that usually play on weekdays all the time. So Mallorca, of course, not used to playing on weekdays. And as he did say, they've played 2 matches. They're going to play 3 all in the space of 1 weekend. So it's been tough. It's a lot of football here for Real Mallorca. And they did have to switch up the lineup due to that fact that they had more games coming up. I'm guessing that Jakova did put a softer lineup out tonight because he knew that this wasn't going to be an easy game and that he should probably save the players for next match. That's what it felt like. But Real Mallorca seriously have played such a good game here tonight. You know, everyone on that squad should be proud. So they've had a great game here tonight. And it's so unfair that they are losing 4-1 because it definitely doesn't feel like a 4-1 defeat here. They played so well. They should be proud of themselves. It feels like a 2-1, but not a 4-1, you know. Iñaki Peña just giving in to defenders, into Alejandro Balde. Balde trying to dribble past one, loses the ball here. Dani Rodriguez on the ball on the edge of the box. Getting it through, what a clearance here. Tried to give the through ball into Larin, and the Barcelona just clearing the ball. Here come Barcelona on the counter-attack, falling short to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal on the box here. Couldn't get the shot. Ferran De Jong comes in, takes the ball, crosses it in just for Pau Torres to take the easy finish. It's 5-1 here for Barcelona, and I don't think it's going to be ruled offside. What a shame of a result we have here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Mallorca were doing so well. It's such a shame that they're losing here 5-1. 83 minutes in, they've let this game slip. We can just say that Rafinha, I don't know if that pass, yes, Rafinha switches the ball. You know, the Mallorcan player just couldn't get on it. Lamine Yamal tries to take it onto his left, falls over. The American player does recover it, but Frankie de Jong comes running in, takes the ball off of him, and just gives the short pass into the edge of the penalty area. where Pau Torres just taps it in. And if we look at this match tonight, we've had so many similar goals like that from Barcelona here tonight, coming from that right-hand side, the same type of goals. They scored about 3 of these type goals here tonight. You know, you could definitely feel the Mallorca fans gone quiet in this stadium. It's such a shame here for Real Mallorca to go out this way. As I said, Mallorca were definitely doing good up until about the 60th minute, where they just somehow let the game slip from their hands, and it definitely doesn't feel like a 5-1 defeat at the minute. Mallorca just putting in the cross, and Iñaki Peña grabbing the ball with no danger. 5 minutes plus added time to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Such a shame here for Mallorca. Now on the counter-attack. Mallorca on the left wing. Ruben Navarro trying to get past Kunde. Can't get past him. It's going to be throw-in here for Real Mallorca. No. Incorrect. It's a throw-in for Barcelona. It looks like the Barcelona player touched it, but I was incorrect. We're getting word here from the correspondent that his favorite player tonight was Pablo Maffeo. And I do have to agree with him. Pablo Maffeo, what a player he's been on tonight. You know, Pablo Maffeo, he was just so solid. And also playing as a fullback, also giving the assist to the goal scorer from Muriqi to put it in the back of the net. And what an assist that was. So he definitely gets my MVP for tonight and our correspondent. Our Spanish commentators are also saying Pablo Maffeo was their favorite player tonight. So I definitely think Pablo Maffeo gets the favorite player for tonight. Mallorca just trying to get the counter-attack here. But Barcelona players not letting them ball, not letting it go. Trying to play a through ball here into Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal chipping over the keeper. It's gone too wide. Lamine Yamal crossing it into the edge of the box, right into the Mallorcan player's feet. Mallorca trying to get the counter-attack, but no good. Cleared by Barcelona. Now, just Pablo Maffeo on that right-hand side. He has been so dangerous here tonight. He's just been so solid. You know, if we do look at that Mallorca squad tonight, there wasn't a lot of good performances out there. I could say there's an average of 4.7 ratings for most of the players, which is definitely not a good start. But Pablo Maffeo was the only one in that defense tonight to really, you know, show he was eager to win. And I'm not shaming anyone. Mallorca should definitely not be ashamed. But if we have to choose one player in the squad, it's Pablo Maffeo. And if we have to choose one squad in the defense, it's also Pablo Maffeo for me. Sergi Darder, can't forget him. He's also had a great game here tonight. And Muriqi, I feel like Muriqi's had a good game. He's just not had much support. He's not had much crosses in. You know, he was offside a lot. Mallorca in general were offside a lot. They've had about 6 or 7 offsides this whole match. They've just been a bit too impatient when it comes to giving the through balls and getting the counterattacks. But yes, my MVP will be going to Pablo Maffeo here. And it's such a shame for Leo Roman, because what a match he's also had here tonight. But unfortunately, Barcelona just kept on catching Real Mallorca out. So they did lead in 5 goals, which means that he probably won't be taking the MVP. But do not forget Leo Roman, what a match he's had here tonight. Now, if we have to talk about the best player on the Barcelona side, you know, Rafinha has had 2 goals here tonight. So, you know, what a player he's been. But if you ask me, underrated opinion, I'm taking Lamine Yamal as my favorite MVP tonight. Just look at those 2 Trivela passes leading up to the goals that he gave in tonight. And almost every goal came from his contribution. You know, the penalty he got as well. He's had about 4 goal contributions in this whole match. He's been amazing for me, Lamine Yamal, this match. Although Rafinha has got the 2 goals. I think he's also got an assist here tonight. No, sorry, he's just got 2 goals. So for me, I'm giving Lamine Yamal my favorite Barcelona player. And for Mallorca, my favorite player has been Pablo Maffeo. Just about 1 minute and a half here to go, plus the extra time. I don't think there'll be much extra time added on. There wasn't that much time wasting. Again, you know, Mallorca don't have to let this ruin their confidence throughout the weekend. They have another big important this Friday coming up, which I will be here, so you can tune in for that one. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a very important match. But as I said, Mallorca have another very important game coming up this Friday, so they don't want to let this affect their confidence. You know, as I said, despite the result, they really have had a good performance here, and it definitely doesn't feel like they're losing 5-1. So it's such a shame here for Real Mallorca to be losing 5-1, as it definitely doesn't feel like that's how they've played here today. I don't think any of those players should feel ashamed. Now they've added on 3 extra minutes here in this match. Yes, 3 extra minutes added on, as I said.
Se merece, estos chicos se merecen que le apoya aunque has perdido, pero
we can hear the Mallorca fans singing along and applauding the Real Mallorca squad. You know, these ultras are really showing their support, as they should. As I said, you know, despite the result, Real Mallorca should definitely no way feel ashamed. You know, they put in a great performance tonight, and they should not be ashamed over the result here tonight. I mean, it's unfortunate they did let it slip, but don't get me wrong, they've had a great performance overall throughout the season and in this match. Now they just have to go into next Friday feeling confident. Next match is away from home against Celta Vigo. Now they did lose their last... They did win their last away game, Real Mallorca against Las Palmas 3-2. So Real Mallorca really do have a good record going on here. They don't want to let this match ruin their confidence throughout the season. Robert Lewandowski not coming on for Barcelona here tonight, despite being the maximum goal scorer of the club. But to be fair, it does not look like they have needed his help out here tonight. I do think it was a tactical decision to leave him out here tonight, because I believe Barcelona were confident going into this game. They knew they'd get the win here tonight. But do not sleep on Mallorca, as they almost let it slip away. You know, up until about the 60th minute, Real Mallorca were definitely the better side, losing 2-1, but to silly mistakes, silly goals. They gave away a very unfortunate penalty, and the other goal before that was just a very bad clearance that rebounded off a Mallorca player. So, you know, up until the 60th minute, Mallorca were looking very solid. So it's such a shame that the result is ended up 5-1. I do think if Real Mallorca go into next Friday against Celta Vigo, you know, Celta Vigo have a good squad and all, but I do believe this Mallorca right here, if they go in to play against Celta Vigo away this Friday, I do think they come away with the win, and it's a must-win realistically for Real Mallorca. They deserve the win, and they should go in confident this next match coming up. The question is, will Jacoba Arrasate make changes in this starting lineup? I do believe he will make some, you know, maybe some of the players that are on the bench will be starting. And that is full time here at Son Moix, ladies and gentlemen, 93 minutes. Mallorca 1 and Football Club Barcelona 5. If we do look at the result, you know, most people looking at the result might think it was not even a close game, but that's definitely not the case, ladies and gentlemen. If you were here watching the game, you would say that Mallorca were great up until about the 60th minute, where they really just let it slide. You know, no shame on this Mallorca squad at all, and they just need to go into next Friday more confident than ever. They can't let this get in their way, because they have been great these last weeks. We can see the images from the fans here. Obviously, no one looks disappointed here. The fans showing all types of love and support, as they should, you know. Son Moix, you know, it was absolutely packed here tonight, which is what Real Mallorca needed. The fans did play their part. They did everything they could to push their team on for the victory, but unfortunately the team could not bring it home. If we do, as I said earlier, I did give my MVP to Lamine Yamal, which some people might think is strange. Sorry, just getting word from the correspondent here. The American players are just clapping the fans. I'm getting words here from this correspondent, which is a great gesture from the Mallorcan players here. I think we're going to get an interview now with Abdon Prat, who came out here tonight. I'm just waiting to see if we got any interviews going through or not. Again, as I said, Mallorca players walking around clapping all the fans. It's a great gesture from the Real Mallorca players. Despite losing 5-1, they're still going around and clapping their fans. And the fans have been nothing but spectacular this whole season, showing their support despite losing 5-1 here tonight. 39% possession for Real Mallorca, and the rest 61 going for Football Club Barcelona. It's 3 shots from Mallorca, 1 on target, and it's 9 shots on target from Barcelona. So, as I said, if you do look at the stats and you look at the results, it does look like Barcelona were much more dominant. But that's just not the case here at all. Mallorca were excellent up until the 60th minute, but when Barcelona got that 3rd goal, they just kind of let it slip, and I just feel like they completely lost the confidence, and it just started all falling down for them, you know? So it's such a shame here that they took that result and that people will think that Barcelona stamped on them, because it definitely was not the case here. You know, as I said, I did say at the beginning of the match that Barcelona will be very eager to get the win here tonight. Barcelona did need to win here tonight, as out of their last 5 matches, they've only won 2, and out of their last 3 matches, they've not won a single one. Here we can see that we did have on the bench Takuma Asano, the Mallorcan player, who has been injured out. The doubt was he going to come on tonight? Was he not going to come on tonight? As we can see, he did not get brought on tonight. Also, Chiquinho there along with him. They are just doing some sprints, some aftermatch sprints. And, you know, Takuma did just get back from injury, a very heavy injury. So it was most likely that he was not going to come on tonight, and he did not come on. So if we talk about, I'm going to talk about the first half here of the match. You know, if we look at the first half, Mallorca were looking very good, very solid. First 10 minutes, you know, it was Barcelona pressing, and Mallorca not much holding the ball, but some very good defending from Real Mallorca. Now, from the 20 minutes to the 30 minutes, I do believe Barcelona started to get a step more on them, but I would say it was equal in general. Barcelona had that bit more slide, but very equal in general. Barcelona did get a goal, but you can't say it came from Barcelona. It was just very unfortunate with Johan Mojica trying to clear the ball. It rebounded off of a Mallorca centre-back, all just for it to fall to Ferran Torres' feet and for him to tap it in. So, yes, it was very unfortunate for Real Mallorca to let in that goal, and you can say it wasn't caused by Barcelona's attacking points, you know? So, first 20 to 30 minutes, it was definitely a lot. Barcelona and Mallorca both going very at it, and then I would say from about the 35 to the 45, Mallorca just kind of switched on and said, hey, let's go for this, and they weren't as shy. They were going for the shots, they were going for the ball, they were coming out, playing out from the back, doing exactly what they needed to do, and they were pressuring well, because if we look at Barcelona, they created the most danger when Mallorca pressured. They would play out the back and kind of go through them, and that's when they create the most pressure. But then Mallorca started to not let them play from at the back and started to press very well. And of course, that's when Mallorca got that late minute equalizer in the first half, just before the second half in the 42nd, 43rd minute. It was a lovely goal from Velat Muriqi, and of course an even more brilliant assist from Pablo Maffeo, the right back, who sprinted and sprinted up and got the ball. Got a through ball there from Velat Muriqi. Pablo Maffeo ran on, and it was what the Spanish called pase de la muerte for Velat Muriqi to just tap it in the back of the net. Now, so first half, as I said, I would give it to both sides. Both sides were very good. At 1 minute, Mallorca was better, the next Barcelona were better. Now, if we look at the second half, Mallorca came in so strong this second half. Up until about the 60th minute, I would give it to Mallorca for sure. And unfortunately, just in the beginning of the second half, I believe it was around the 50th minute, Johan Mojica gave away the penalty. Lamine Yamal was through on goal. I don't know if Lamine Yamal was going to get to the ball or not. It looks like he took the heavy touch, and I don't know if he was going to get to it or not. But despite that, it doesn't matter. Johan Mojica came from behind, and he did kick him in the back of the leg. And if you ask if it was a penalty or not, in my opinion, it was definitely a penalty. I think if you ask any football fan out there tonight, was it a penalty? I think they would definitely agree. So we're going to go through. We have an interview now here. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We have Sergi Darder. It was a very heavy match today. What's your opinion on it? I think if we did the same match against anyone else, we would have won. But of course, we know Barcelona is a top team. And we know we can't make any errors, and we made a few. And that's what cost us a game. But we still competed very well. So yeah, we'll stay on the positive side, and we'll go in next game very confident. How are the players feeling after playing last Friday? I think they're fine. I don't think anyone's really tired on the team. Everyone feels good. In the last minutes, you definitely do feel it. But that's why we have substitutes, and we went attacking. But against this team, you can't afford to make any errors, and we definitely made some errors here tonight. What are you thinking about next Friday? Very important match. Yeah, well, we don't have to calm down, and we have a lot of points, but we have to make even more. We had a really good first half of the season, and now we have to make a very good second half of the season. Every point is very important. If we want to be on the top, then we have to win lots of games. So we have to watch out for those last 20 minutes that caused us the game today. Those are the words from Sergi Darder, the Mallorcan centre midfield, and he did take the words out of my mouth. As I said, it was just, well, I was about to say, you know, looking at the second half, up until about the 60th, 65th minute, Mallorca were so much better, despite giving the penalty away, yes. As Sergi Darder said, it's just those little errors that call game. You know, the first goal was just a massive defensive error. The Johan Mojica trying to clear the ball, rebounding off a defender. And then the second error was, of course, giving away a very easy penalty, also from Johan Mojica. Very unfortunate match for him tonight, giving away those little errors, but you can't put the blame on him. It can really happen to anyone, and anyone can have a bad game out, especially against a team like Barcelona. Nobody go anywhere. We're going to go on a quick short break, and then we have some very good interviews coming up. So again, ladies and gentlemen, nobody go anywhere. We have lots of interviews to come. As I said, very unfortunate result here for Real Mallorca. And make sure to tune in next weekend as well too. But again, nobody go anywhere. We're just waiting for the interviews.
Disfrutar de los mejores paisajes desde el metaverso. Sumergiros en un mar de realidad virtual. Hacer deporte con vuestros avatares. La inteligencia artificial predice vuestros gustos. De hecho, no tenéis que estar cerca para pasar tiempo juntos. Es maravilloso, ¿no os parece?
dije a estos, ¿ustedes quieren algo grande? Estar en la antesala de ello.
Te pones en la situación llegando al estadio, viendo a tu familia, a todos los aficionados del Mallorca y se te ponen los pelos de punta.
From the first day I came here, everything went wrong.
Él estaba liquidado, física y mentalmente, liquidado. Y entonces se me ocurrió que merecía jugar y lo puse en la copa.
¿No tienes personalidad suficiente para decirle a este tío que no haga eso?
Y al final tuve que entender, a ver, yo mando, cabrón, cállate ya, cállate ya.
¡Joder! ¡Joder!
Tenemos que hacer, Martín, es golpeo. Juntamos, si hay despecie, juntarnos otra vez.
¿Me oís? Que tenéis que poner el cartelón de esperando protagonistas. Sí, ponerlo. Imagen.
Si quieres, si no...
Bueno, pues seguimos aquí esperando protagonistas después de...
We're back here, ladies and gentlemen. After that quick, short break, we are still waiting for the interviews. The players will be here soon. Do not go anywhere. We'll be with them very, very shortly. In case you missed this match or in case you tuned in late, it was a very unfair match for Real Mallorca, I'd say, up until about the 60th minute. Real Mallorca were playing much, well, I wouldn't say much better, but it was very equal for sure. And then in those last 25 minutes, they just let it slip away. And, you know, you can't let it slip away against a team like Barcelona. And they did make the most of that. Now, if we talk about the goals and the words from Sergi Darder that we had earlier, and in case you missed that, I'm going to repeat it to you. Sergi Darder did say you just can't afford to make mistakes against teams like this, and he is completely right, pretty much took the words out of my mouth. You just can't afford to make mistakes against a big team like that, or in general, any match, but especially against the bigger teams. So, Real Mallorca, they just want to go into next Friday. They don't want to think about the result of this match. You know, they should be proud. They did play very well, and they don't want to let it affect them. They want to go into next Friday looking more confident than ever because they've had a good streak, and they don't want to let this result match ruin it. So, Next Friday against Celta Vigo playing away. We will be tuned in, ladies and gentlemen. In case you want to join, you know where to find us. Just subscribe to the channel, and we will be live during the match. You already know where to find it. So, like I was saying, Real Mallorca have had a great streak recently, and they just don't want to let this game ruin their confidence. You know, if they played bad, if it wasn't good, if there was no team spirit, then, you know, you could slander Mallorca for lack of discipline, lack of concentration, but it definitely wasn't the case tonight. They did play very, very well up until the 60th minute, but they just let it slide at the last. They were missing that last bit of concentration in the end. Just getting words from our correspondent now here at the minutes.
Sí. A ver, yo creo que al final nos tenemos que quedar sobre todo con esa primera mitad, donde el equipo ha dado, ya no solo ha dado la cara, sino que ha competido de una manera espectacular. Y incluso hasta el 3-1, después ya faltando 20-15 minutos ha roto el partido y han llegado los goles del Barcelona, pero sí. Ahora quedarse con lo positivo, también corregir lo negativo, lógicamente. Por supuesto. Y bueno, nosotros ya te digo, estamos
The correspondent is just saying there that, you know, we have to look at the positive, you know, the first half. We have to look at the first half, the amazing first half that Real Mallorca put in, and we have to stay with the positive side of this match and, you know, correct the negatives. As he said, as Sergi Darder said, as I think everyone is going to be saying after this result tonight, it's just the little errors that I think let Real Mallorca down tonight. But the attitude and the confidence of the team has been amazing throughout this season. It's just the last 20 minutes that they were really lacking the concentration. So you have to give it to both sides for tonight. Both sides put in a really good display. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We're just trying to see if we're going to get any words from these players' hairs. Just don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're just waiting for the players. As soon as we get some players, we'll be back.
Sí, ya estamos con un protagonista. Bueno, Pablo, a juzgar por el partido que ha hecho el equipo, un resultado excesivo, ¿no?
Sí, creo que Si lo miras, si tú ves el resultado sin ver el partido, dices, les han pegado un baño. Creo que no ha sido así, creo que a partir del segundo gol ya se nos hace todo cuesta arriba, entonces nos meten muchos goles en poco tiempo, pero bueno, creo que nos tenemos que quedar con la primera parte del equipo, que ha sido muy buena. Hemos tenido incluso ocasiones para irnos ganando, pero bueno, es el fútbol, hay que seguir y a por el viernes.
Y sobre todo no perder la cabeza, ¿no? Esto es al final una piedra, un bache en una gran temporada que está haciendo el equipo.
Sí, al final te meten 5 goles, pero bueno, tenemos que mirar lo global, que tenemos 24 puntos, estamos en una posición muy buena, tenemos que competir todos los partidos, creo que hemos competido, sobre todo la primera parte, entonces pues bueno, a seguir, estar todos juntos ahí dentro y ya está.
Otra de las cosas es tu partido, Pablo, porque llevabas, bueno, con esas molestias físicas de los últimos partidos, pero hoy partidazo. Pablo, ¿cómo te has sentido tú?
Muchas gracias. No, me he sentido bien, al final, pues bueno, sabía que ellos son muy buenos y tenían un trabajo difícil, pero bueno, al final es cuestión de equipo. Yo estoy contento, obviamente, por mi asistencia, es la primera y espero que la de muchas, y nada, por seguir a este nivel.
Muchas gracias, Pablo.
Gracias.
Las palabras de uno de los protagonistas, Pablo Maffeo, el MVP elegido.
Those were the words there from Pablo Maffeo. Of course,
Del Play Red Live, tenemos a Yagoba ya, vamos a escucharlo.
I do believe we have Jacoba now here, the Mallorca manager.
Yagoba, ¿qué tal? Buenas tardes.
Jacoba, good afternoon, how are you doing? Judging the team, the result, what would you think? It's a very tough result, especially after the penalty hurt us very much. The match was very open to both teams, but they were better and we have to accept it. And we have to stand up and go again on Friday. The first half, the team was strong, they were confident. Yeah, I think, you know, in the first team we were really good, but we have to think about the long side. We had a chance to equalize, and in the second half, in the first half, we got the 1-1. But it's the result that changes the match. Do you think Friday tied you out? Yeah, I think, you know, the last 30 minutes, you could really see how tired we were due to playing on last Friday. And now against Vigo, you have another important match in 3 days. Yeah, I think it's not very good that we have to play again in 3 days, you know. We don't have a lot of time, we have to stand up strong, and today was tough. Those were the words from Jacoba Arrasate, the Mallorca manager, obviously with a decent...
principio quiero pensar que vamos a tener otro protagonista. De momento nadie me dice lo contrario, pero...
Just getting word from the correspondent here to see if we have any more interviews from the players now.
Mira, nuestro jefe de prensa ha llamado a Antonio Sánchez, así que va a ser nuestro siguiente y último protagonista.
We have one more interview coming up just now with the Real Mallorca players. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Those were some great words there. Of course, from Pablo Maffeo, the Real Mallorca right back for tonight. I do think he has the right mindset. I think most players on the team have the right mindset. You know, those were the words that I would have said if I was in their position right there. They really shouldn't be disappointed. They should think about what they did in the first half and how good they were. And the result is just a shame, and it's the errors that they have to fix. But again, they just shouldn't be ashamed, and they just have to go into the next Friday even stronger, even more confident, and hopefully they can bring home the win. Now, as the Jacoba Arrasate, the Real Mallorca manager, did mention, Mallorca have had lots of matches recently. They played last Friday, now they played today with Tuesday, and they have another match just next Friday coming up. So it has been tough for them. They've played a lot of matches in a row. But as Jacoba Arrasate said, it doesn't seem to affect the players. It affects more in the last 30 minutes of the game. You can really see how the games are much more tired. So anyways, make sure to tune in next week with us, ladies and gentlemen, as we are playing Celta Vigo away just next Friday in 3 days. So now the Real Mallorca players have to prepare their 3 days. Not too much time to prepare, but, you know, they'll just have to pick up and go again. I don't think there's much more to be said about this game. it was just an unfair result, but, you know, they just have to pick their heads up and go again, like always. And you have to give it to Barcelona, you know. Sure, the first half was bad from them, but then they went on in the second half and scored 4 goals. And yes, you could say they were all errors from Real Mallorca, but you still have to score the errors. You still have to make them happen. And they made them happen. Now, if we do look at the substitutes, Real Mallorca did make quite a few substitutes. You know, Kai Larin came in, Abdon Prats came in, Dani Rodriguez came in, Mateo Jaume came in. You know, Real Mallorca made loads of substitutes. But you could say that I don't think the substitutes were as impactful as last Friday's substitutes, you know. And you can't say that the good players weren't there because everyone got a share play in this match. So I just think the substitutes maybe had to bring a little bit more to the team. I just feel like they didn't bring on the energy. They didn't bring the confidence that the team needed. And obviously it's not easy to come on a match losing and bring lots of confidence, but I just do think they should have brought a bit more to that. Now, if we do look at, on the other hand, Barcelona's substitute, they didn't actually make that many substitutes. You know, they brought on Pau Torres, Frankie de Jong. But if we look at the difference between the substitutes, Barcelona's substitutes, 2 of them players scored, and one of them even got an assist. You know, Frankie de Jong came in, got an assist, and then right away scored another goal. Pau Torres came on, got an assist, and then right away got a goal. So, you know, that's 4 goal contributions between these 2 players, and both of them coming off of the bench, and that's the difference between their bench and Real Mallorca's bench. So, you know, despite the 11 starting obviously is the most important, you still have to look at the bench. You know, you cannot sleep on it. It has to be important, and the energy they bring on the pitch is obviously very important. Now we're just waiting for Antonio Sanchez. We're going to be getting an interview from him very, very soon. So don't go anywhere. We're going to get an interview very soon, and we'll be back when he comes.
protagonista, Damián.
Sí, estamos ya con otro protagonista, con Antonio Sánchez. ¿Qué tal, Antonio? Buenas tardes.
We're here with Antonio Sanchez.
Resultado excesivo, ¿no? Visto el partido que ha hecho el equipo.
A very disappointing result despite the performance we put in. Yes, the result hurts because we know it's always a possibility to lose against Barcelona. But we do think we played well. In a lot of moments, we were really there. And I think it does have to hurt us, but we shouldn't take it badly. Especially in the first half, we're the team, we're doing very well. Yeah, I think that we have to look at the positive. We'll analyze the whole match, and we'll see the good stuff and the bad stuff. But we have to take everything into the next match. The next match is very soon. Yeah, well, we have the opportunity to go strong back into this game, but I think the losses have to hurt so that we don't have to repeat them, and they will hurt enough, and tomorrow we'll recover and we'll think about the next game. Another good news are the fans tonight. You know, singing and clapping and animating the whole team and clapping. Yeah, well, I think that throughout the whole season, I think the fans have been helping a lot and they've been very good. And I think the team can feel it, and we're recovering it with good performances. Those were the words from Antonio Sanchez, the titular from the Real Mallorca team.
La conexión de este partido, de esta derrota contra el FC Barcelona, con los protagonistas que han hablado, seguidores de la Superflash, Pablo Maffei, Antonio Sánchez.
That is all the interviews we have for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. No more interviews from any players or managers, so this will be the end of the stream. I will see everyone soon. We're going to be ending off the live stream now. We will see you soon. Make sure to tune in next Friday. We play against Celta Vigo at 9:15 p.m. A late kickoff, but make sure to join in here. As the interview said, we have to look at the good side and the bad side of this match, and we have to take it on and hopefully go in even stronger in the next match. So, I've been your host for tonight. Oh, sorry, wait, we have another interview real quick. We do have Jacob Arrasate coming in. We have an interview with the Real Mallorca manager now. Don't go anywhere.
No lo hemos podido tener a Hansi Flick. No hemos podido tener a Hansi Flick, pero... Sí. Vale. Venga, avisadme. pues ya tenemos a Yago Barrasate, vamos a escucharlo en rueda de
We
prensa.
have Yago Arrasate for the interview now.
Hablaremos de eso porque a mí eso no me gusta, pero también no estoy justificando a Mojica, estoy hablando de que tiene mucha confianza.
But I think that I'm not justifying what Mojica did, but you know, we have to look past it. You know, it can happen to everyone. We committed a lot of errors, and me too. And looking at the lineup, I made it. And when one of us loses, we all lose. So we have to all look at this next match. As a manager, do you think playing against Barcelona is one of the toughest matches there is? Well, it's definitely one of the most different. We're not used to playing between weekdays. And you know, when you usually play against a team like this and you have more time to prepare, you have more of a chance. It's true that they have a very peculiar way of defending. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're just having technical errors here. I don't think we're going to be able to repeat it. If we can't repeat it, we're going to end the live stream here. I'm just getting word now.
Yago Barrasate, que lo tenemos ya en rueda de prensa, pero parece que hay algunos problemas. Aquí ya el estadio se ha quedado prácticamente vacío, ¿eh? Aquí sí. Ahora sí, vamos a escuchar.
We're going through with him.
Presentaros con nombre y medio y una pregunta por turno, si puede ser. Empieza Miguel cuando quieras.
Sí, hola, Miguel Chacartegui, Diario de Mallorca. ¿Qué valoración hace del partido? ¿Cree que el resultado hace justicia a lo que...
How would you rate the match? Do you think the result was fair for this match? Well, I think the result was very tough for us today. I think the penalty hurt us very much. They had a lot of space. And in the match, we committed a lot of errors, and we just have to learn from that. It's a tough loss, but we have to get ready for Friday.
Miguel Orger, Sports 3 en Joc en IB3 Radio. La jugada del penalti, ¿cómo la ha visto y si cree que ha sido decisiva?
Do you think the penalty was decisive? Well, I think first we're out of position, and I don't really think Mojica did much to him. If it's enough, if it's not enough. But from that penalty onwards, we didn't really do anything. How are the team feeling in the dressing room after the loss? I'm also asking because Mojica was yelling at Morlanes on the pitch. Yeah, well, Mojica has a lot of confidence with Morlanes. They played at Villarreal together, and when there's confidence, they yell a lot more at each other. I think he's telling him that we had to play better in that moment. And well, in the end, the locker room is very disappointed because we had a lot of hopes and we worked really hard. But they had a lot of space, and that's what made it possible for them. Well, because tomorrow, in less than 2 days, we're already playing another game. And you know, it's a tough match, but we've got 24 points, and we've got to get ready for the next game, and we've got a game very soon.
Siguiendo con el tema de Mojica, recuerdo unas palabras suyas que dijo que tenía dos versiones, ¿no? Mojica, una que ya la hemos conocido, evidentemente, por sus buenos partidos.
Mojica has two versions of himself, one where he plays good, and the other where he's not really there and he's getting really unlucky. Yeah, it's true, it's because he is playing a lot of minutes, you know, we're traveling a lot. And also with a lot of injured players, it makes him play a lot of minutes. And yeah, he did make an error, especially in the first play. Well, that clearance definitely should have been better, and he made an error, but it's just bad luck. Well, yeah, he's doing a very important job, a very big job, but we just commit errors as a team, and we committed more than once or twice, and that you pay the price for doing that.
Carlito, para el Carrusel Deportivo. Quería insistir en el tema de Mojica porque te quiero preguntar a ti como entrenador. Es una acción que sucede a 200 pulsaciones por minuto seguramente con Morlanes. Le llega a dar un cabezazo, Morlanes bueno, escurre el bulto y sigue focus en el partido. Como entrenador, ¿entiendes que eso se queda en el juego y no vas a intervenir a posteriori con los dos futbolistas o es censurable?
Do you think you should have intervened between Mojica and Morales? Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk about it. We're definitely going to talk about those two players having an argument. I'm not justifying Mojica. I'm just saying that they both have a lot of confidence. They've known each other for a long time, and that's probably why they had that argument. But yeah, we've all made errors today, and me too. And, you know, we changed the lineup, and that was my fault. And, you know, when one loses, we all lose. So we have to stand up and go stronger this Friday. As a manager, do you think playing against Barcelona is one of the most complicated matches you can play? It's definitely one of the most different. With us, we're not used to playing between weekdays. And normally when you play against a bigger team like that and you have more time to prepare, you have more of a chance. It's true they have a very peculiar way of defending. We did fall around 10 or 12 times in offside. And we tried to do the same thing over again. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and we fell into the trap. Mallorca scored very little goals up until now, conceded very little goals, and today they conceded 5. And we haven't seen any type of defending like this today. Do you think the players should have been at their best when they should have been today? Yeah, well, I think, you know, the goals definitely hurt. I think against Atletico Madrid, the same thing happened. You know, but I don't think we have excuses. The other team was better. No, at defensive level, the team was very good. But we just have to be better in everything. With what happened between Mojica and Morales, I think Samu Costa started yelling at someone on the bench. What happened? No, he wasn't yelling at someone. He was telling someone to collect themselves better defensively. And he was telling someone to push back and defending. Until now, all of our matches have been very equal. It's the first time a rival has really threatened us that much. And we just have to learn from this. I take responsibility as the manager as well. And from tomorrow onwards, we have to focus on the next match. I want to ask you about Lamine Yamal, who I think changed the match around the 73rd minute. Do you think Mallorca could have done anything different to stop Lamine Yamal? A bit more pressure on him so he couldn't think as much? The kid is so good that he just got loads of good chances. It's hard because he's such an amazing player. 12 games of him starting and 12 games they've won. But yeah, we made him run back. We made him defend a lot too. He interpreted it very well. He knew when to stop, he knew when to go, he knew when he had the most space. And he has a lot of good vision to know when to pass it. It's true, in that last half hour, he was really the most good player for Barcelona. In what moment did you think the game slipped from your hands? And are you very frustrated because you think this is the first match that the team couldn't compete? Do you think it's going to be the most important part to work on? Yeah, the problem is we don't have time to analyze the match today. We don't have time to analyze it tomorrow. We have to play against Celta in 3 days. But yeah, it's true. You know, we were 1-2. We got that penalty that we thought that wasn't a penalty. And you know, when you're 1-2, you think you're going to have options in the second half. But the third goal really killed the match, and then you make substitutes. And they just kept on breaking in through the space. They were very superior. Both teams, I think, had good moments, but when they went 1-3, they were better. A result always affects the next match. Do you think this is going to affect the Celta match? Well, we're going to work so it doesn't affect us. It has to affect us that we have 24 points, that we're doing very well, and we have a very important match this Friday. You have to pay more attention on the fact that we have 24 points, more on the fact that we lost today. Did you feel a lot of difference playing with Antonio and Veri instead of playing with Navarro and Dani? Yeah, well, the team has to make rotations. We had 5 changes. We understood that Antonio is the player who is best at making runs, and he's a good player at pressing. And with Valeri, we needed more of a vertical play. We were coming with Dani and Robert playing in that position. But, you know, we have to make changes too. And Muri also came in today. Thank you very much. That's the end of the interview there. Those were the words from Jacoba Arrasate. You know, as you can see, that's with our round 19. Those were the words from him. And next Friday, he is already thinking about going into the next game against Celta Vigo on Friday, playing away. So that's everything for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. I've been your host, Daniel Armstrong. And tune in next Friday, and we will see you against Celta Vigo, Visca Mallorca. Have a good night, everybody.
Adiós, buenas noches.